Hello.
If he hits 2 home runs every game, including excuse me. Well, it's going to be one of those days, huh?
It's time to get you up to speed on all things sports.
Yes!
With plenty of nonsense in between.
Oh, look! Here comes our fearless producer!
Gwynn Chris starts right now on 97.3 The Fan.
3-2 to Machado. And he takes high ball 4. And the first run of the night will cross the plate on a bases-loaded walk here in the 6th. Cronenworth hits home, and it's 1-0.
Exciting as it got last night at Coors Field, ladies and gentlemen. But hey, it's all good when the night ends with handshakes and another Padres victory. Welcome in, everybody. A Wednesday edition of Gwynn and Chris, the Bill House Studios, open for business here. We know how. Chris Ello, Tony Gwynn Jr. is in Denver with the Padres, and another game coming up later against the Rocks. Matt Scraby is alongside as well. Kind of a special Wednesday edition of the program in the sense that we're calling it Friar Wednesday. Normally, we do our Padre interview on Fridays, but with the team traveling and down in Mexico this weekend, we caught up with Jason Adam just a little bit ago. So we'll have our Friar Wednesday interview with the Padres' eighth inning shutdown guy. One of the great guys on this Padre club. If you haven't heard him interviewed before, he'll join us a little later. And we're also going to have a special Wednesday edition of the Fantabulous Sports Game Show. So you picked a really good day to join us, Tony Gwynn Jr. How are you? I imagine you have a few superlatives left after that rather ho-hummer last night. Only the 12th 1-0 game in the history of Coors Field. Very strange.
Very strange, not usual, but I don't have any superlatives. A win is a win.
That's
is
right.
A win.
Yeah,
is
right.
A win. And listen, it wasn't by any stretch what you would have expected here.
No.
Dollander came in and basically did what he did the first time we saw him, which was keep us from hitting the baseball. We couldn't really even square him up all that well.
Yeah, I was surprised. Sorry, Tony. I was surprised during the broadcast to see or hear that his average mile per hour on the fastball as a starter is higher than anybody in baseball. Like the guy
basically
averages over 99. Yeah, or whatever. Yeah. So
it's so despite all that, another in another good pitcher to Padres face, they found a way. It came via the walk, but. You take it. Now you move on. Try to get the offense popping, and then today against the Rockies, try to get game 2 of this series.
Yeah, Walker Buehler will pitch this evening against Colorado. Sagano, who's actually pitched all right for Colorado, will get the call. And look, I thought the Padres were very nice last night. Look, they get a 1-0 lead, and Rockies are coming up in the bottom of the 9th inning, and all of us get ready to turn off the TV because Mason Miller is going to come shut down another victory. But lo and behold, Padres said, well, we're going to give you a sporting chance tonight. We'll leave Miller in the bullpen. We'll bring in Adrian Morejon. All he does is blow away the first 2 hitters and wipe out the side in order. Mason Miller got a nice extra day's rest, as it were, Tony. And once again, to me, something I talked about yesterday with Craig Stammen, he seems the big picture is what he sees. We all see the little, we got to win this game and do everything. And yes, they want to win every game, but the big picture is more important. And he says, look, he had a day off Monday after pitching back-to-back. Let me get him another one, and that's just going to help him down the road. This is very smart managing, and it continues to work.
To be fair, it's always the big picture. Every manager that the Padres have had the last 3 have all thought it, and they may not have executed it as well. Or more important, they may not have had a Mason Miller to execute it on. But it's always the big picture, and I think that it's important that those types of steps are taken because the reality is the Padres have played a ton of close ball.
Yes, they have,
and that means that Mason is gonna get used. There was it's funny, the stretch of 2 and 4 baseball, you didn't see much of Mason Miller. They were like having to squeeze him in spots where it wasn't necessarily even a 3-run lead or they were behind. Now they've been winning, and that starts to add up, especially if you're winning a lot of close games. And so the ability, and I said this at the beginning of the season, they basically have 2 sets of 7, 8, 9 guys, and they can interchange them.
Yeah, most teams don't have one set. Most teams don't have one set of those guys.
No, not 2 complete sets, basically.
Right, yeah.
And you can make the argument that they're down one with Estrada being on the IL. So, I think this is a luxury that the Padres had, and I love that Craig, even in a 1-0 game, didn't hesitate to go a different direction in order to get the rest that he felt like in the long run was more beneficial.
Yep, and it also turned out perfectly because Morejon got to face back-to-back lefties to open his appearance. I mean, that was just an added bonus, I think, for setting him up for success.
Here's the thing about this staff. I have no doubt that they talked about that before the game, and if it lined up, lefties the way it did, Morejon was going to go. And I wouldn't be surprised at all if they had somebody in mind if it was going to be a right-hander not named Mason Miller.
They might have switched it around. They might have had Morejon pitch the 8th and Jason Adam pitch the 9th. Who knows?
Right.
But it worked perfectly. And you got to also talk about the starters. I mean, Randy Vasquez bouncing back from a
that's what we should have started with, honestly. Yeah,
right, you're right. We should have. We're ending with where we should have started. 7 shutties, no walks again. This is a whole new pitcher that we have this year, and you always like to see how a guy bounces back from kind of a sketchy outing, and he passed with flying colors. And you add him to what Michael King did of shutout baseball on Sunday, and what Marquez did with shutout baseball on Saturday. And I don't care if your offense is struggling. You're going to be hard to beat because you're not giving up any runs. And then to add on to all of that, the Padres signed another starting pitcher today. And I think it has a chance to be a pretty good one, Tony.
Yeah, they're able to add to that, to a staff that, quite frankly, needs a little love right now. And that's not from a standpoint of performance. You've lost your first 2, arguably your
2 of your 3
1,
at least. Yeah,
your 1. You could argue 1 and 3, right?
Yeah,
that you've lost. And I think being able to get Lucas Giolito obviously is a good get. It's still a little bizarre that he was a free agent as long as he was, considering he threw the ball pretty well coming off of injury last year. But yeah, this is a big signing. Let me not make this too. It's a good signing and an important signing right now for the Padres.
I couldn't agree more. I mean, you've got the other thing that I like, which the Padres and AJ Preller, I think, does this really well without announcing that he's doing it. But he creates competition among his own team. And you always kind of see him. He'll get a guy, and then he'll get another guy who does kind of the same thing, just to make sure that the first guy, is on it. And, look, you've got Waldron healthy right now. And, I'm still not ready to give up on the guy after one start. Buehler's pitching better, and Marquez, obviously, and you're going to stay with King. And, the rest of this Vasquez be the 5th guy, but now you get a 6th guy. And so you could go 6-man rotation, but I think to me, without saying it, the message to the other 5 is, keep pitching well. If you want to make sure you keep your spot, I don't think that can be underestimated. Having good competition within your own roster. What does they say, Tony? Iron sharpens iron, I think, is the way that goes. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong. But
no, it's okay.
It isn't? Okay.
I don't disagree with that at all. I think I don't know that that's the purpose, but
yeah,
I think AJ is always wanting competition within his roster, and so it puts pressure on Walker to continue to pitch well. Now, listen, Lucas has to come in and do his thing.
He'll have to do the same thing. Yeah, he's not going to be handed a job. He'll have to pitch well.
And in some ways, I mean, because of the injuries, he has a little bit more runway. But in some ways, the clock starts, and you got to go. Now, listen, he signed basically a 1-year deal with a mutual option. So I don't know that he's going anywhere, but the competition is still the competition at this point because there's only 5 spots in that rotation. there's 6 guys when everyone's healthy. And so we don't have to worry about that right now, which is a good problem for the Padres because there's guys on the shelf. But when they come back,
sure,
you will be expected to hit the ground running.
Yeah, I think you could also, maybe read into this, maybe I say, that maybe they're more concerned about Musgrove than they're letting on.
I get the sense that this has been in the works for a while.
Yes, I agree.
I think it probably accelerated it more when Pivetta got hurt. It became more of a, put it this way, when you got a guy out like that, I'm sure there are things he's asking for, things that the club would like to see. And when injuries happen, you get a little bit more leverage as a player at that point. And so we've been hearing Giolito's name since spring training. So I have no doubt that there had been talks. And, obviously when Pivetta gets hurt and you see how it looks one time through without him, you got to make a decision if it's something that you can stand pat or if you got to go make a move.
Well, Lucas Giolito is one of the elite pitchers, has been for the last decade or so. As you said, Tony, had the injury, missed all of 2024. But this is a guy that's been on an all-star team. He's finished top 10 in the Cy Young Award balloting twice, and he finished 11th another year. He does have a no-hitter on his resume back in 2020. Struck out 13 Pirates in a one-walk no-hit game. So when this guy is on, he can be elite. And I think the Padres are looking for him to kind of, step in here in the middle of May sometime once he gets his feet wet. We've got our feet wet. It's going to be a good show, as I mentioned. A lot coming your way. Padres won, the Rocks nothing. Lucas Giolito is here, and we are here on San Diego's #1 sports talk station, 97.3 The Fan.
3:18 here on at Mountain Time and 2:18 out there in the Pacific Coast. TG, Chris Ello.
You sound like you're in a great mood today, and I know why.
Do I sound like I'm in a great mood?
I don't know, but I'm putting that on you. I'm putting that on you that you're in an excellent mood today, and I know why.
I mean, I'm happy my Lakers won.
That's what I was going to get to. That's what I was going to get
for it to happen.
But I don't know that I'm in that much better of a mood. You know, this altitude is kicking my rear end. It is going to only heighten here.
What is the temperature? Is it warmed up?
It's nice. It is
so you're
beautiful.
Okay in that regard.
Yeah,
I think it's supposed
like
to snow
75.
over the weekend.
How about this? It was funny. We pulled up yesterday, and this is just show you how crazy Denver is in April. We pull up. It's like beautiful. It's like it's like a great spring day. You get out the bus and you look to your left, and there is like a pile of snow that hasn't melted yet.
There's just
and
a
it was
big
like
pile.
It's like how can there be snow right here and it's like as beautiful as it is.
Yeah.
But you can come to Colorado on a 4-day stretch in April and get all 4 seasons.
Yeah. Well, you know, it was the Dodgers, I think on Thursday they had to clean the field. It was under snow. The whole field was under snow.
So we were in the same hotel for the first 2 nights or the first night because they had a wraparound series. So I saw some of the guys in the gym. By the way, I forgot to tell you guys this yesterday. I saw I was in the same gym. I didn't actually introduce myself, but just kind of in getting around the weight room, we ended up talking. But Brian Scalabrine was in that bad boy yesterday. But anyway, I was talking.
It's so random.
Very random.
It's
very
a former
random.
NBA player. Tony's impressed.
Right,
He likes it.
right. You know,
yeah, he
dude,
likes
6'9". He's big dude.
No
Anyway,
kidding.
they were saying how brutal that first game was here. How cold with the snow that they played. They were surprised they got it in, but it was rough. I can only imagine.
Yeah. Well, you know, going back to the Lakers for a second, Marcus Smart was the guy last night, Tony. People have overlooked that they have him. And we know it's all going to eventually come down to Luka and, Reeves and getting healthy, and LeBron's going to orchestrate. But they do have one guy, in my mind, that has always been able to go out and at least make it difficult on another team's leading scorer. And he did that last night to Kevin Durant. And it didn't hurt that he himself scored 25 points as well. So
he
great
switched
performance.
Switched on to him in the second half after KD had a great first half. I'll say this: every time LeBron has a partner that is as smart as a Marcus Smart, no pun intended, or like a Rajon Rondo, he does very, very well. And you can almost see those two guys orchestrate. By the way, what they did in the second half of the game is not easy. You got to have everybody kind of on the same string. And every time KD got the ball, he saw 2 people. He had to give it up to someone else. And the Lakers were willing to live with whoever they gave it to because they knew it wasn't KD. And I think it's been 2 really well-executed performances. And J.J. Redick deserves a ton of credit for the type of defense he's put. He's out coaching Ime right now, for sure.
J.J. Redick, the guy who was just only hired because he was cheap and
LeBron James podcast partner.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
true. What was it? The Old Man in the 3 or something was his podcast?
Yeah.
I think LeBron's paying him directly. So
you know what I got to say about LeBron is he is proving right now that he still, when he gives max effort, he still is one of the best basketball players.
He's 41 years old, bro, and he's doing windmills mid-court. Like it's honestly kind of ridiculous. Like he's orchestrating. I think we talked about it a little bit yesterday. Everybody expected it to look like Luka when he's out there.
Yeah, right. He would just take over the game.
He's not doing that. It's like everybody's involved, and it's the way they have to play without Luka and Austin Reeves, and they just are buying more time for those two to get healthy. If that now they've won. Now we say this all the time. They've won their 2 home games. Playoffs doesn't start until a home team loses. So
but if you have home advantage, then you just hope it never starts because the home team could win all 7 and you move on.
Exactly.
I think the Lakers, when they get on to the next round, I mean, I'll be honest with you, Tony. There's a lot of people that root against the Lakers in general because they're the Lakers. People that root against LeBron because who he is, but. I believe if they get to the next series against OKC, I think the Lakers bandwagon is going to take on a lot of company. I, for one, will be on it.
Oh, at
for
least
sure.
you're
Oh, hell
nobody-
yes. I want
nobody
them to
wants
beat
to see a
OKC.
repeat champ.
No kidding,
Yeah.
man. I want to see somebody shut that SGA down, and I think Marcus Smart can do it. Or at least, you can keep him to a minimum. But, yeah, I think the Lakers you're going to have a lot of people. And obviously if Luka comes back, Reeves, I think they'll have a fighting chance. But they're not there yet. So you're right to be hesitant.
They got to win in Houston, and
Yeah.
obviously OKC is a much different task. For sure. They're gonna need to be 100% healthy. So maybe they need to stretch the series out a little bit because you ain't winning that series without Luka or Austin Reeves.
Do you want to see something funny though? If you get to watch any of the game tonight, watch Phoenix play Oklahoma City, and watch the look on Dylan the Villain's face as he tries to defend, and they call fouls on him every time he lifts an arm. It's actually comical.
I'm sure he's gonna.
Dylan the Villain last game, he got a technical for I think just walking out on the court. He's looking around like, "What did I do?" And they just said, "Well, you walked within 5 feet of SGA. That's a T." Dylan the Villain is lost on that in that one.
He hasn't had a crash out moment, but I will say this: I do feel like Dylan is gonna have at least one game where he's impactful in how he's gonna rough up SGA.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Scraby, you said you had some is it sound from Bob?
Yeah, it's Bob Nightingale. Now, I have been all over this for the past year, but Bob Nightingale has been really trying to push hard. Him and Harold Reynolds, for some reason, really want Fernando Tatis Jr. to be traded.
He couldn't wait to sneak Harold in there.
Yeah.
Well, he's part of the club now. He's a part of the club now.
Yeah.
But Bob was on foul territory, and a little change of tune. Here is what Bob Nightingale said when they asked him about trading Fernando.
No, I think Tatis is there now, particularly with the new ownership. I'd be surprised if they even listen to many calls in the winter. He's certainly not going anywhere now. The big thing is, okay, do they make some more moves and get another outfielder, for the stretch run? So, I mean, people are in San Diego excited. And the Dodgers are just running away with this thing 2 weeks ago. All of a sudden, the Dodgers are hit by injuries, massive injury to everyone.
All right, well, I don't really care about the Dodgers, but what I do care about is that he's completely changed his tune.
I like Bob because I worked with him at the LA Times when he was in San Diego, so I'm a fan of Bob Nightingale's. But when you're as wrong as he was about Fernando, and then they ask
I don't think he could actually be wrong because it was an opinion.
It's the way he said it.
But the way he said it was that it was something they were looking to do, and then they ask him now, and he's like, "Oh God, no! They would never." It makes it sound like he's been saying that all along.
San Diego's super excited about Fernando Tatis Jr. Don't get me wrong, okay?
Yeah, I think he's got to come clean there and say, they were trying earlier and they're not now, or something like that. But what do I know?
I mean, I guess shame on those who believed Bob at the time. It was never. It was. I don't know about y'all. Had it ever felt like that?
No, not to us.
No, never.
Outside of the Twitterverse, has it ever really felt like?
Not once. They have never indicated in any sort of way that they're going to shop Fernando. Ever.
Literally have said no.
Yes.
So I don't know. I guess sometimes you got to get out there and get them clicks. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it probably did work. By the way, I don't know that it didn't work
in terms of getting clicks.
Oh yeah, it got clicks.
People definitely tuned in.
It's the rage bait. Okay?
There's something wrong with the world when you have to be completely, utterly ridiculous and wrong to gain popularity. It's just not what I was taught, but that does seem to be the way it is now. Hey,
that means we have a lineup.
And I want to hear Scraby do it again. He was on point yesterday.
Give it the lineup, buddy.
Batting first, playing left field, Ramon Laureano. I'm not going to do that for all nine.
Yeah, you don't need to do the voice.
Fernando Tatis Jr. right field batting second. Jackson Merrill center field batting third. Manny Machado cleaning up at third base. Xander Bogaerts batting fifth at shortstop. DHing tonight is Gavin Sheets at the sixth spot. Seventh is first base, and that's Castellanos tonight. Then Campisano at eighth playing catcher, and Jake Cronenworth second base, and Walker Buehler on the mound.
Walker. Yeah. And I'll bet one thing on Walker Buehler tonight. He's going to wipe him out the first time through the order. He's nails the first 3 innings. And now that he's starting to get it the second time through the order, I mean, this is not your father's Colorado Rockies, even at Coors Field. They don't hit all that well. Every now and again, they'll come up with a few things, but they can be tamed, as Vasquez proved last night. I don't want to go down the road of, how long it's going to be before people start to get a little concerned about some of the batting averages, because you do have the best record in baseball right now, and I think that we got to enjoy that.
The first part of that is why I'm not concerned, because the wins are going up.
The wins are good, but I wondered, like, personally, Tony, you've been a player, so you get it better than we do and react to it. I mean, but Manny knows what he's hitting, and Castellanos knows he's, one for his last 21 probably, and Jake knows what he's hitting. There has to come a point when it's got to at least tap you on the shoulder, and you say, I'd like to have a good 3-for-4 day and feel better about myself.
Sure. Does that mean you're going to get a 3-for-4 day, though?
Yes, I hope so.
No, it doesn't. It absolutely doesn't mean it. And I think that's kind of what Jason was referring to. Like
Jason Adam, who we'll have on a little bit. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I forget. You guys haven't heard it yet. Yes, that's what Jason was referring to, is that of course you're aware of it. Every person who ever has stepped on a professional field, even at the lowest level, is concerned about their livelihood. So every single time you don't get a hit, those things pop up in your mind. However, it does you no good to be like, oh, you know what? Man, I could really use a 3-for-4 day today. Of course you could. Everybody could use a 3-for-4 day. But that doesn't mean it's going to happen. You have to put the work in. Once you get out on that field, you go out and compete. And sometimes that means a 3-for-5 day is in line. Most of the time it means an 0-for, maybe a 1-for, maybe an 0-for-2 with a couple walks. Like,
hit by pitch just to get on base.
It's everybody's reality every single time, whether you're making $100 million or you're making $2. If you're playing pro ball, it's always on your mind. You want to do well. Sometimes based on, a whole bunch of things, mechanics, how you're swinging, how you're feeling. Sometimes it takes longer than others.
Now I completely forgot. Oh, I heard Craig Stammen last night in the postgame talking about Manny and how he's not really swinging the bat that well right now. But he did say he has an elite eye right now. And this is kind of a more mature Manny, that instead of trying to swing through it and swing out of it, he's taking his walks. And last night it helped them win a game.
Yeah. And listen, I think the other thing is along those same lines, right? It's like Toddy last year. Everybody was on his head top about there's Mudcat there behind me, in case you guys didn't know.
In case you guys didn't know.
there is
there he is.
Yeah, I lost my train. Oh, it's very much like Toddy last year, right? Everybody was on his head about the homers. He found different ways to be effective, because you can't just go out and be like, all right, today I'm hitting a homer, and go out and do it. I mean, maybe
you can't
Barry
do that.
could.
I thought that's what they could.
Maybe Barry Bonds could do that.
He might have been able to.
But
your dad must have once in a while said, "I'm getting 2 hits today," and be able to do
maybe he could. Maybe my pops could say, I'm gonna get 2 today and do it. But that I only know of those 2 people that
right.
could possibly. I'm not even saying they can't possibly do it. So
yeah.
It's April. You just and know people get tired of hearing that, but they should be tired of being frustrated that that nobody's hitting right now, because they all want to hit. It will hopefully eventually come.
I will always err on the side of the record. If they're winning games and they're not hitting, well, what do I care? They're winning games.
16-7 is not bad.
No, not at all.
It's not. It's pretty good. Pretty good.
Thank you, Larry David.
Let's get to break. On the other side, I believe, a Fantabulous. Oh, no. Yes.
Unfortunately.
And I'm just going to tell everybody this is one of my really good ones. I just feel good about it.
Oh, you're in your lab.
Yeah, I was in the lab. I cooked up a good one, I think. So
Fantabulous sports game show next.
Gwynn Chris on the Fan.
Brian Dunseth, MLS.
And what is before they try, what is the heat index they're facing? Do we know? Or
Well, you could look up the Scoville on a ghost pepper.
Yeah.
It's one of the
Something.
world's hottest. There's a couple of hotters.
Scoville's the
Reaper
measurement
and
unit.
the
Okay.
X pepper and all of that.
Thanks for the education because I did not know.
I've allowed
Yeah.
milk and bread, but if I was
So
asked,
tell
I'd
us
have
tell
said
us the
no.
actual rules of this. Like
The rule
Want to see if you
is
can do it, I guess.
you guys alternate spoonfuls until one of you can't.
That's
One of
that's
you
not
can't
happening.
do it anymore.
Yeah,
That's not happening.
until you can't do it anymore.
fools.
I will take one
And the winner,
spoonful of
Scrady,
this.
has a jar
Yes,
of
here it
a
is.
couple of my jars.
I think they
Products.
both are winners if they
Hold
pass
on one
this.
second.
I hate to
Winners.
say, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
There will be no back and forth. There will be one spoonful.
Now I am.
This is the one that he has right now.
The 38,
Maybe.
Okay. All right.
No,
maybe.
this right here, I've been putting on some of my turkey burgers.
Good stuff.
This is hot.
Okay.
All right, are we doing
All right,
this?
hold on.
Here we go.
All right, let's
Adam's
do it.
ready.
This is a
There,
full
away he goes.
spoonful
God, he
of
does
the-
have a full spoonful
does.
for those
There's-
listening.
there's
on
no
that.
doubt. I'm literally sweating watching him
That's
do
a
this
full
right
spoon?
now. That's a full spoon.
All
For
right.
sure.
That is a full
Down the
spoon.
hatch we go.
All
All right.
right.
And man, he went the whole thing. He did not.
My
He did
turn?
not trickle that down the throat. He
He
just.
hasn't reached for the milk yet.
Scraby's coming over.
When does the heat kick in?
Oh.
I knew it.
When does the heat kick in?
Wow.
You better go, dude.
There goes Scraby.
They
Scraby,
both
are
did
you,
it.
did you swallow that, Scraby? Yeah.
That is some good stuff.
It's delicious.
delicious.
We're gonna see
Tasty.
it. I'm gonna watch you now.
I'm feeling it already. I am. Are you?
No.
He's
Adam's
feeling good.
feeling nothing. All right, so take another spoonful, Adam. You'll win.
Oh, come on. Now we're double dipping.
Yeah, he's
yeah,
all
you
one
can't put your
spoonful.
same
That's
spoon
not
in
what
there.
the competition's all about.
We always said
Spoonful
that.
two.
Yeah, go
Oh
for it.
yeah.
I always said that Adam Klug was kind of had a.
I at least used a different spoon. No double dipping.
All right.
I didn't know where. I don't.
I
Think
always
it
thought
matters.
Adam Klug had a cold persona, but evidently it's just the opposite.
All right.
Big
He
boss
is
Michael
handling
Mounds
it.
in the
Wait,
YouTube
no,
chat,
dog.
by the way.
What you waiting on? You let half of it drip in your hand. Oh, okay.
Scraby, where are you? Let me see.
Okay.
I'm just looking at Adam, and Adam's not having any problem at all.
Look at you, Adam.
Adam is backed
All right.
up.
College
But
boy.
this
I must tell you, Tony,
hold
that
on.
Adam has cashed the check.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
he
he
did.
cashed
You said
his
I wouldn't be
check.
able to catch
I
you.
did.
No, you
I
cashed
sure
it,
did.
man.
You
cashed
proved me
it for
wrong, my
sure.
friend. I
Scraby,
gotta tell you though, this is further proof that whatever we got him with that
the
tie,
tie thing,
was
yeah, 'cause
super weak.
this is less than a 10,
he's
right?
He's over here having a difficult time.
You're turning a little
No,
red,
The tie
Scraby.
was just as bad.
You're turning a
This
little
hit me
red.
By the way,
faster.
this is delicious.
Oh my
Oh,
God!
he's
He's
going
going another
more
one.
Yes.
Come on, Adam. Wow, you're gonna have to come back in 6 months with like an 88.
Oh.
It's 38.
We'll have to go with the higher Scoville next time.
All right. Oh, wow. Look at this guy. He's talking
Drop.
trash now.
Well,
I haven't had a sip of milk or
He
bread.
hasn't even reached for it.
No, he doesn't
came out
even
of the
need the
gates
bread.
talking trash.
All right.
All right. Now
Hey,
I'm
man.
going to take another one. Because-
What?
Well,
Why
you got
are
you got a
doing
whole
this
other
to
spoon.
yourself.
No, because I don't want.
You
Adam
want
to-
Adam to say
Oh,
he
that's
has
By the way,
wheat sauce,
yeah, he
baby.
get the whole
Full
get the
spoon,
same
baby.
thing that like he's dropping it all in
Just
there.
keep the studio clean.
It's all anybody's
Big
worried
boss
about.
Michael watching over here. Come on.
Ooh, boy, Scrabe, get back in front of the camera. Your face is red, Scrabe, isn't it, Tony? Are you
I'm
seeing
sweating.
the same thing?
You are sweating. Your face is definitely.
Why do you keep doing this?
You're not feeling anything?
Adam isn't even
Anything?
moved over
I
there.
feel a 1 or maybe a 2 out of 10 here.
Wow.
Adam
That's ridiculous
Klug-
because I'm.
Wow.
Adam Klug is a tough
Gravy's
son of
not
a
bent
gun.
over the trash can.
No,
over
I had
there.
to spit.
I was going to say it looks like Adam Klug may be producing the rest of the show because he's fine. Scraby may need
Scraby's
to
going to
go
bed.
get
Yeah,
assistance.
you know,
Here's want
Frank-
the milk, dude. It might
Frank
work
predicted
better.
that.
No.
Oh, did he?
Frank
Scraby's having
predicted that.
bread.
Oh yeah, that Adam would just cruise through this with
Frank
no problem.
predicted this.
He did.
Frank on the last show.
I
know
said
you
Adam
had
would
it
have
like
no
that.
He
problem.
did.
I got a newfound respect from Tony Gwynn Jr.
Yes,
here.
you do.
So-
all right.
So Scraby has the prizes for you, Adam. You have one a jar of the ghost.
You can
pepper
have as much of this
salsa.
as you want at all
And
times.
the,
Yeah.
Mr. Lane's roasty 38 chili powder.
You should let me have that chili powder though. I think I do. I think I would do more damage.
Started
with
off
this.
giving me the mild. My
And what is before they try, what is the heat index they're facing? Do we know? Or
Well, you could look up the Scoville on a ghost pepper.
Yeah.
It's one of the
up there.
world's hottest. There's a couple of hotters.
Scoville's the
Reaper
measurement
and
unit.
the
Okay.
X pepper and all of that.
Thanks for the education because I did not know it was
I've
Scoville.
allowed
Yeah.
milk and bread, but if I was
So
asked,
tell
I'd
us
have
tell
said
us the
no.
actual rules of this. Like
The rule
Want to see if you
is
can do it, I guess.
you guys alternate spoonfuls until one of you can't.
Yeah, that's
One
not
of you can't
happening.
do it anymore.
Yeah,
That's not happening.
until you can't do it anymore.
fools.
I will take
And
one.
the winner,
spoonful of
Scravy,
this.
has a jar
Yes,
of
here it
a
is.
couple of my jars.
Tony Gwynn Jr., Gwynn and Chris, Gravy as well here in the Bill House Studios, where we know how. And speaking of Scravy and I, we're going to be out there Saturday at the Mavericks Beach Club in Pacific Beach from 2:30 to 4:30. Going to watch San Diego take on Arizona. It's the Mexico City Series presented by South Norte Tequila Cocktails. Mavericks will feature deals on South Norte's premium tequila cocktails while you take in the ball game. Come on, hang out with us. Gravy and I will be there. We got some prizes to give away. I was told a Luis Campusano signed baseball and some Padre tickets as well. So baseball and Mavericks Beach Club and South Norte Tequila Cocktails made with real tequila, real juice. Scraby and I, Saturday, 2:30 to 4:30. That's at 860 Garnett Avenue. And as I said, guys, I'm kind of excited to get to today's Fantabulous sports game show. I hope you all enjoy it as much as I enjoyed putting it together. Here we go.
That was my.
Here we
That
go.
was yeah. Hey, all you beautiful people out there! It's time to play one of our favorite games of the week.
All right.
We like to call it
Ooh, I'm gonna go.
Chris's Fantabulous Sports Game Show.
And it starts right now on 97.3 The Fan.
All right, Fantabulous Sports Game Show, normally on Tuesdays, special Wednesday edition this week. And if you don't know the rules, very simply, I'll give the guys a category. They will try to name correct answers from that category. They'll exchange answers and score points every time they get one right. If they get one wrong, they get a strike. And 3 strikes, they're out. And I don't know. Last time we played, it was one-sided. I think it was an NBA thing, and Tony just routed you.
You think?
I know. And so I've
Can
determined
you guys hear me now?
yes, you
Yeah,
sound
were you-
good. Sound great.
Yeah.
You had me potted down.
Oh,
'cause
no.
I was
He
talking for like a
you
good
you had
5
something good to
minutes.
say
Dang
there.
it, he
And
caught
I
me.
was like, clearly no one could. Plus, we were on commercial break still on my screen. I don't know about y'all
oh.
watching on YouTube.
I don't know.
No, they're back.
Whoever's
Anyway,
Okay.
I'm sorry about that. What do you have to say?
Scraby,
Question.
was there something good you said that you'd like to say again that we can hear this time?
It was, but now I can't remember. It was kind of important. I had to ask you
does
something.
happen.
Dang it.
That happens to all of us. And guess what, Tony? It's going to happen more as you get closer to my age. All right, I'm going to give you the category. I think this is one
You know
that's
what? I gotta say too. I don't like it that Tony knows what potted down means.
Well, hey, I pay attention,
Don't
dog.
like
I
that.
pay attention.
I don't like that.
well, you've been potting him down for 9 years. I think it's about time you picked up on it.
Oh, it's funny.
All right. I think this is a category you should be right there, Scraby. You love NFL.
I do,
You know
I do.
the NFL and all of its players. So here's today's category. I had fun with this one because I did not know the answers to this until I looked it all up. Your job today is going to be to name the top 22 correct answers. And you're looking for the NFL quarterbacks since the merger in 1970. So you don't have to go back to, Sammy Baugh and some of these guys. Since 1970, which NFL quarterbacks have started and lost the most games?
Oh,
Quarterbacks that have started and lost the most games. This is regular season plus playoffs.
Playoffs.
You're looking for a combination, obviously, of guys that have played a lot, but also lost their share. And I thought to make it a little trickier today, or maybe more rewarding, the top 5 guys in this category all have over 120 career losses.
My goodness.
You will get 3 points for each of those if you get one of those correct. The next 8 guys on the list all are over the 100 mark. You'll get 2 points for those guys. And then the last 9 on the list all are in the 90s. You'll just get 1 point for each of those. I thought we would layer it this time because I think getting the top is even harder to get than just getting a correct answer. I will tell you that a lot of these guys are not names you know. There are 5 Hall of Famers. There are 3 active quarterbacks. 3 of them played for one team. There's one guy that's left-handed. I'll give you a little hint. And in the end, I think these are really, guys you're going to know, but there are a few really tough ones too. You're looking for the quarterbacks that have lost the most games.
This is tough.
It's regular season plus playoffs. It is tough, I think, and I'm gonna get you. Do you want to go first, Scrape?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with something that popped in my head immediately.
Who popped into your head immediately?
Arch Manning.
Manning. The Saints, Archie Manning.
Yeah,
it's Archie Manning. Archie. Yeah, his grandson is Arch, right?
Yes. Correct.
Archie Manning is on this list. It was a pretty good call by you, Scraby.
Guys.
He's a 2-point guy.
That's all I got.
That's all you're going to get? I think you'll do better than that. He was, and his record was horrible. 35 wins, 101 losses, and 98 of those were with the Nallen Saints. So it was a tough go for Archie Manning. That gives you a 2-0 lead because that was a 2-pointer.
Wow.
All right, so that's kind of what we're looking for. But I'm just going to tell you, all the quarterbacks on this list are not that bad. Like in terms of losing like that. Tony, your pick. Who do you have here?
Vinny Testaverde came up really fast in my mind.
Is that the first one that jumped into your mind?
Yep.
How about that is number 1 on the list?
Wow.
Vinny Testaverde, since 1970, has lost more games than any quarterback in National Football League. 126 losses for Vinny. Most of them, as you said, Tony, with Tampa Bay, but he did his share of losing with Cleveland and Baltimore and the Jets as well.
The Jets, yeah.
He even lost 10 games with Dallas, and I don't even remember that. So
I don't either.
Do you? Yeah. Vinny Testaverde on top of the list. So Tony gets 3, and he takes a 3-2 lead. Remember, there are 5 Hall of Famers. There are 3 active players. Scraby, who you got?
I'm going to go with
most losses.
Something that popped in my mind because he did not win here a lot in San Diego, and I'm going to say Doug Flutie.
Doug Flutie.
Yeah.
Ooh. Does
Doug
he have
Flutie.
enough games?
No, Doug Flutie
Really?
is not even in the consideration.
Oh,
so
all right.
with that guess, I'm now favoring Tony by a wide margin.
I swear Doug Flutie lost a lot of games.
Doug Flutie, I bet you. Well, I'm not gonna. I could look it up, but I'm too busy keeping tabs of everything. That's wrong. You get your first strike.
Great.
And,
you said there's how many active?
There's 3 active quarterbacks. There are 5 Hall of Famers on this list. So again,
Matthew
you're not
Stafford's
just
got to
looking
be
for
on there.
Dang it.
Matthew
Dang
Stafford.
it.
Tony Gwynn Jr.
That is a great one.
Tony Jr.'s
He
got
played for Detroit for a long time there.
No,
Tony's
totally
got
makes sense.
Tony's got number 1 and number 2.
Dang it.
Matthew
He's
Stafford is number 2 on the list.
Wow.
He's got 124. He only needs 3 more losses to pass Vinny Testaverde and go into the top spot. So again, I think what we're seeing in the early guessing of this game is why Tony usually wins. Just
why is that?
Because
Mr.
he's making
Analyst?
more intelligent guesses.
Doug Flutie's an intelligent guess.
You
He
think?
didn't play that much, though, I don't think.
You know what's stupid is because I thought Matt Stafford, but I didn't write it down and I forgot. And
I hate
Tony
to tell you
stole
that Doug Flutie's record as a starting quarterback, according to this, was 38-28.
Yeah, he didn't play that
Man.
That's not 100.
I swear he played more games than that. All right, I'm going to go with a guy who's
You
in the
got
Hall
to
of
get
Fame.
this one. Don't get your second strike. I'm going to be really mad.
He was in the Hall of Fame. He's also on a team that was really bad for a long time, Dan Marino.
Dan Marino. Thank you, Scraby, for reminding me that he lost a bunch of games. That is correct. Danny lost 103 in his career. That'll get you. That's a 2-pointer. I will point out that Marino did win 155, so he was quite a bit over the 500 mark there. But you knocked off one of the Hall of Famers. And Tony still leads 6-4. Scraby's got 1 strike. We're looking for NFL quarterbacks with the most losses since 1970. Tony Gwynn is named number 1 and 2 out the gate. See what he comes up with this time.
Well, I'm pretty sure this dude played forever. He won a lot of games, but I'm pretty sure he lost a lot. Brett Favre.
Oh, yeah.
Tony just named the 3rd guy on the list.
Why didn't I think of him either?
He's gotten 1, 2, and 3.
This is.
It's almost as if he was looking over my shoulder when I put the list together. Brett Favre has 123 losses in his career. 199 wins. So, but he's on this list. He was third on the balloting. All right, Scraby, you're down 9-4, but it's early.
This dude has lost a lot in his career, and he's also played a lot in his career.
So you're thinking this is a good guess?
I believe Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins
is a good guess.
Does he have a hundo?
I don't know, but he's lost a lot. He's been in the NFL for like 13 years.
I don't know that he's lost a lot, though.
Kirk Cousins is not in the category of these guys. I'm sorry to report that he was really excited by that, too. He felt really good about that one.
Can you reset the category so I can have a second,
He came in
please?
long after Matt Stafford, bro.
At least Kirk Cousins has 77 losses, so he does have a lot.
He's getting up,
but he's not in this category. The category is NFL quarterback since the merger in 1970 with the most losses. Matt Scraby is now on this list with 2 losses. And it is Tony's turn. All Tony has done is name number 1, number 2, and number 3 so far. I'm going to be disappointed, I guess, if you don't get number 4.
I don't know if I got 4, but I think I got another one.
How
about old Eli?
Eli Manning.
I wasn't sure.
Well, unfortunately, you didn't get number 4, but you got number 5.
Oh, my goodness.
Eli's got 121 losses. That is correct, Tony. All of them with the Giants. He does have 125 victories. There's 1 3-pointer left. I will tell you that guy is a Hall of Famer. There are still 2 active quarterbacks left. The game is getting out of hand, though. It's 12-4 in favor of Tony.
Active quarterback.
Or a Hall of Fame quarterback with a ton of losses in his career as a starter.
Oh, I got one.
I don't know what to tell you, Scrape. I'm trying to help you, but come on. I thought you'd be really good in this category, at least better than you've shown so far.
I got one.
I mean, really, the only one you've come up with that was good was was a guy just to rag on me with Dan Marino.
Dan Marino, that's it.
He was just ripping me on that one.
Couldn't wait to get that one out.
I know you could have.
I'm in a different world of hurt. What about Jim Harbaugh?
Who?
Jim Harbaugh?
Yeah, Jim Harbaugh.
I don't know if he played enough either.
Like, really?
But he was bad in his career. I mean, he didn't win a lot of games.
There's an Indianapolis Colts quarterback on this list who's in the Hall of Fame.
Manning? How did he lose over 100 games? He was in the Super Bowl
quarterback for 50 years.
But 2 years doesn't mean like 100 losses.
But he played forever, dog.
Does Tom Brady have 100 losses too?
Yes, he does.
Oh my God! See, I went in it.
You overthought this.
I mean, I thought Tom Brady. All he did was win in his career. How did he have 100 losses?
He's got 200. He got 286 wins, but he had 95 losses. I mean, that just adds up. The game is officially come to a conclusion. You have struck out, trailing 12-4. I'm going to give Tony a chance to name some of these because there's got to be people out there that are guessing some of these and wondering why your mind did not go there. And I think you're going to be really mad when you hear some of these.
I don't even care anymore.
I know you don't. If you want to throw something and leave the room, Tony and I'll pick up the rest of the segment.
It's good. I have a Savannah Bananas baseball.
Can we say
who else you thinking of, Tony? Just for
how
fun?
about Drew Brees?
Yeah, he's number 4 on the list. You named all the top 5.
No, see, I wasn't thinking of guys who won their entire career.
He won 181. He lost 123.
The question wasn't what was their win percentage. The question was how many quarterbacks had some of the 100 losses.
I'm not saying that the logic is wrong or anything, but
when you said
in like a 20 game maximum season, if you go to the Super Bowl and play in the Super Bowl, I would just think it's really hard for someone like Tom Brady to lose.
You got to start thinking longevity, though. And every year, none of them went undefeated.
No, but they would lose maybe 3-4 games. How does that get them any closer to 100?
All right, just for fun.
I get it, though. I messed up.
I know you did. When you said, I have a former Charger who lost a lot, I thought he was going to say this one.
Yeah.
And then you said Doug Flutie, and I was like, oh, no, his mind's not going the right way.
And then I thought Phillip Rivers, but he doesn't play enough games.
This is crazy because Tom Brady has 95 career losses. Other than his final season when he went 8-9, the most he ever lost in a year was 6. But if you add that up over 23 years,
right, you get
that's 120 right there. So you can see how it added up. I'll give you some of the others, unless you want to try to guess a few more, Tony. I'm sure people out there have been guessing some. Some of these are almost impossible, I think, to get, but a lot of these are pretty well known. The next guy on the list is another former Charger.
Is it Gus Frerotte?
Who's actually active? I don't think Gus Frerott's active.
No, he's
this guy,
not.
well,
active.
actually, this guy was active last year, but shockingly so. Phillip Rivers is number 6 on the all-time loss list. The next guy is
is Aaron Rodgers on that list?
Aaron Rodgers is absolutely on this list. He's number 9 with 104.
I had him written down. I should have just guessed him.
Matt Ryan lost a lot with the Falcons. Warren Moon played a ton.
I would never have gotten Warren Moon.
Yeah, probably not. Kerry Collins, I think, would have been really hard.
I was going to say him, but then you guys kept telling me that guys weren't playing long enough.
Well, he played long enough to lose 103 games. Joe Flacco is one of the active guys. He's at a hundo. And the guys in the 90s, Drew Bledsoe, Tom Brady, the left-hander is Boomer Esiason. Joe Ferguson played with the Bills. I didn't expect anyone to get that one. Peyton Manning, I think, could have been gotten. Derek Carr, Jim Everett, Ben Roethlisberger, and finally, with 91 losses, Carson Palmer. That was today's list. I had a ton of fun putting it together.
I'm glad you did.
Unfortunately, Scraby boxed it up so bad.
I did not box it up.
You totally did. You didn't even get. All right. I don't want to pick on you because I know you take these losses hard.
Well, I'm over this game completely because you keep.
What am I doing? I gave you
Tony
a NFL quarterback category. I mean, where else? What is left for me to go to?
Can I tell you what happened in my brain?
You played yourself.
20. Okay, Tom Brady's played 20 years in the NFL. On average, he's lost 4 games a year. That's 80. Did he lose 20 more playoff games? I don't think so.
Well,
that's how it went.
I don't know what to tell you. Scrape. I mean,
I don't know what to tell you.
The guy lost 4, 5, 6. Anyway, he's over.
How many losses did Steve Young had? I thought that was a lefty, but
I thought Steve Young would be close too, but I don't think he played enough because he was behind Joe Montana all that time.
Is Joe Montana on this
Joe
list?
was not on the list.
He got hurt too much?
I don't think he played quite enough many years. Steve Young lost
play my music,
55.
I mean, so many people in the chat are like disappointed in me.
They should be disappointed in you. I thought you would get some of these.
I did get some of these.
You got 2 of them.
Doug Flutie was a very unique guess.
It was a horrible guess. Jim Harbaugh wasn't a whole lot better.
Jim Harbaugh lost his entire career.
That's why he didn't play long enough.
Good point. I just didn't have the right strategy. So
no, you didn't.
Well, what was your strategy?
I just told you.
What?
Guys who win a lot usually don't lose a lot. They don't play a lot of games. I didn't think they would get to 100.
Jim Harbaugh got 83, so you were in the hunt. But you were not there.
Close. He was in the ballpark.
Gonzo says, how many losses does Scraby have? A lot in this game.
He's on that list.
Best line of the day, Gonzo.
A lot.
Best line of the day.
All right, can we move on from this?
Hour number 2.
Let's go to break.
Yeah, let's do it. Hey, it's been Chris, hello. Yeah, we're here in Cooperstown for 97.3 The Fan. So excited, the induction weekend for the great Trevor Hoffman. What a class he's going in with, too. Let's take a look. Of course, Alan Trammell from Kearney High School in San Diego. And then, of course, the Detroit Tigers' great shortstop. Jack Morris, in a Tiger uniform there, but I always remember him pitching that 1-0 shutout in Game 7 of the 1991 World Series for the Minnesota Twins. Maybe the greatest postseason pitching performance of all time. Chipper Jones, Padre fans remember him. Every fan of a National League team remembers him because he would come in and do damage to that team. Only the second #1 overall pick in the Major League Draft, Chipper Jones, to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. The other is Ken Griffey Jr. Vladimir Guerrero never met a pitch he couldn't swing at, and powerhouse hitter for the Expos, and then, of course, the Angels at the end of his career. Jim Thome, over 600 home runs, mostly with the Cleveland Indians. And then, the guy down here on the end who used to get all these guys out all the time, Trevor Hoffman, the greatest Padre reliever of them all. Two of the greatest outfielders in the history of baseball. Of course, you've got Babe Ruth right here. Ted Williams right over there. I was wondering who the third outfielder would be. And then, of course, it hit me. Tony would be upset if I didn't say that the third outfielder, who will someday probably be displayed right here between these two guys, is obviously Mike Trout. And this is the San Diego Padres locker room here in Cooperstown. Obviously, a couple of jerseys there and hats, gloves, all-star stuff. I think the most interesting thing in this entire display, though, especially this weekend, is a picture in the top corner of Angus Young. He's the guitarist for AC/DC, wearing a Trevor Hoffman uniform, obviously playing Hell's Bells. I know that Trevor went to many AC/DC concerts and was honored by sitting in the front row to watch AC/DC play Hell's Bells in his honor. But there's a picture of Angus Young playing Hell's Bells for Trevor Hoffman, wearing the 51 jersey right there. Crisello, yeah, we're here in Cooperstown for 97. All right, here we go into hour number 2. Crisello and Tony Gwynn Jr. in Denver. Coors Field. Padres Rockies coming up again tonight at 5:40. That means Sam Levitt on the pregame show at 4:40. All guests on the program today will join us on the SDCCU fan hotline. It's not big bank banking. It's better. Speaking of guests, it's Friar Wednesday this week. Jason Adam, Padres reliever, and a really good guy. I've enjoyed every time we've had him on. He will be our guest. We'll have that interview for you at a little after 3:30 today. In the meantime, some Daily Gambit stuff is coming your way. I'm still disappointed. I spent most of that commercial break, consoling my friend Matt Scraby. Has the chat eased up on you, or are they still upset with you?
Yeah, they know they've left their mark.
Yeah, it was disappointing. I get, maybe it's my fault for just getting excited about that category. I thought it was going to be kind of a knockdown, drag out battle.
It's not your fault.
It's one thing that you missed them, but on the other side, Tony made 4 guesses and got 4 of the top 5.
It's funny how this always happens, huh?
It's uncanny. Funny. I mean, I give him the answers like a month ago, and then he's able to remember like that.
There you go.
It's incredible. It's incredible that he's able to remember.
You're like, Tony, wink, wink. We're going to be talking about losing
NFL quarterbacks.
Wink, wink.
And don't bother looking them up. I'll just give it to you right here.
It is uncanny, though.
It is a little uncanny. New York Mets dropped their 12th in a row. We'll get into that here in the Daily Gambit. Don't look now, but right behind them in terms of disaster are the Philadelphia Phillies. The Phillies have lost 7 in a row. And not only that, they have the worst run differential in all of Major League Baseball. The Phillies do. This is one of the better teams, people thought. They will get Zach Wheeler back, though, this weekend. Yep. So a little boost for the Phillies. Boost for the Mets. Juan Soto due back in their lineup tonight as they try to snap that losing streak.
I wonder how long
the Big Apple.
That $75 million is going to keep his attention while they're losing every year, because they didn't make the playoffs last year.
Mets.
Yeah.
Well, you're looking at 7-16. That's the worst record in all of baseball. That's actually hard to do when you're spending the most money, but that's where it is for New York. All right, let's get to the Daily Gambit. See what happens. See if Scraby can win a couple here.
Please.
Do you like money?
I think about money a lot.
Do you like money without doing anything?
Winning.
Do you want to make money while watching sports?
I think Washington is immortal luck.
Washington! Woohoo!
If you answered yes, this is your segment. Just don't blame us when you lose.
Nothing is ever your fault.
It's your game. Take it.
Gwynn and Chris go through the top bets of the day in the Daily Gambit on 97.3 The Fan.
Daily Gambit is our daily sports betting segment here on Gwynn and Chris. Please, everybody, gamble responsibly. We mean that. Real quick, Chris, I got to give a shout out. So my sister-in-law texted me this morning and told me a little story.
I thought she tried to text you some answers.
No. She wouldn't have known.
Fantabulous.
So, no.
Okay.
She wasn't. Yeah, she wasn't alive yet.
She wouldn't have gotten some of those. Yeah.
But she went to give take my nephew, who's like 3 months old or 2 months old, one of those two, to get a checkup. And the doctor, Dr. Steele, said, "Are you related to someone named Scraby on the radio?" And she's like, "Yeah, that's my brother-in-law." And he was so excited. He's a huge listener of the station and of the show. So Dr. Steele, thank you for being great to my nephew. Thank you for being great to my sister-in-law. And thank you for listening to the show,
Dr. Steele,
and to the station.
Happy to have you aboard there, Doc. Thank
He's
you
such
very
a big
much.
Padres fan.
Good. Well, it's a good time to be. It's a good time.
He sang with my nephew, "Let's go Padres."
Dr. Steele.
Dr. Steele did.
That's even better than giving a kid a lollipop.
It
you know
really
what I
is.
mean? Just
a 3-month-old can't have a lollipop, but a good song.
Good interaction there.
Yeah.
Good for you, Doc, and thank you for being part of the festivities here.
Yes. All right. Last night, Rockies Padres over under 11 runs. Someone on Twitter reminded me I took the over on this one.
I went under. That was an easy win. Yeah.
1-0.
They got one. Missed the mark by a bit there.
Dodgers minus 1.5 against the Giants. Now, can we please explain? I've had many questions about why you're wearing an orange Todd Helton Tennessee Volunteer jersey.
The real reason is that I have one, and I was on that side of the closet today, and I thought, I haven't worn it in a while. But a better reason that made some sense is that I'm honoring Tony Vitello, the former Tennessee coach, for beating the Dodgers last night.
I'm okay with it.
That was my other thing.
Because we both chose the Dodgers. The Giants ended up winning 3-1.
I thought
Landon Roop.
Roop's pitched well.
Yes,
he shut down the Padres also. I thought the good story was the one Adam Klug told us, though.
What was that?
The video of Dalton rushing.
Oh, yes.
The Dodger catcher, who apparently, I didn't see the video, so I'm counting on Adam here. But apparently Dalton.
I saw the video.
Okay, so Dalton Rushing tags out. What is it?
Jung-Hoo Lee.
Yeah, Young-Hoo Lee trying to score.
Yes,
and Young-Hoo Lee is hurt
on the plate
on the dive to the plate. Dalton Rushing pays him no mind, gets up, starts to walk away, and as he's walking, he turns back, sees Lee still lying in pain.
Yep.
Turns back to the Dodger dugout as he's walking and says, "Bleep him."
Yeah.
Not a
Bleep
good
him.
look if you're Dalton Rushing. I'm sorry. That's just not even being a decent human being.
You know what that's called, Chris? It's called being a Dodger. That's what that's called.
I don't think so.
I do.
I'm not gonna pick on every die. I don't think Mookie Betts does that. You know what I mean?
You're
Come on.
right.
Freddie
You're right.
Freeman's a little nicer guy than that. I know we like to root against and hate those guys, but
maybe it's let me focus a little bit more. The Dodgers catcher position.
The Dodger catcher position does seem to be a little ornery. Yes.
I mean, Dalton Rushing has hit a couple,
He's having a good year. He's doing
two home
fine.
run games.
He's
but
got 8 home runs.
Don't.
That's just a rude thing to do.
Someone got hurt, bro.
Bleep him. Really? Come on, man.
You're really cool. You're really cool, Dalton Rushing.
Yeah. All right.
Next one. Now this one is hard to handle if you're a Mets fan. Mets were -1.5 on the spread over the Twins. We both went Twins. Mets were winning this game until Devin Williams came in the game. Did not record it out, and the Twins end up winning 5-3 for the Mets' 12th straight loss.
Yeah. Devin Williams is not getting along with the city of New York. He struggled as a Yankee and seems to be struggling as a Met. He never gave up a run when he was in Milwaukee.
No, he was very good in Milwaukee, and makes you wonder, what did Milwaukee know by offloading so early in his career? But that's a tough thing right there. Rockets -5.5 against the Lakers. You went Rockets, I went Lakers. Lakers won 101-94.
We discussed an excellent performance by Marcus Smart. Shut down KD and scored 25 points. Lakers 2-0. Surprisingly.
Spurs. Now, this one changed quickly. They were a 11.5-point favorite against the Trailblazers. You went Blazers. I went Spurs. But Wemby went out of the game, I think, after the first quarter.
In the second quarter.
The second quarter, he was in concussion protocol. He did not return. So that's a big deal to the Spurs.
Well, that and the fact that they were still up 13 points in the fourth quarter. But without Wemby, they couldn't close it. Portland ends up winning that game. And there's a question now. You're in concussion protocol. They can't just rush you back into the lineup.
No.
You have to pass and get out of that protocol. It's possible Wemby misses another game or two, they're saying, in that series. So that could turn things around.
Spell danger for the Spurs.
Yes, it could.
Who had more points in their game? Tyrese Maxey or Jaylen Brown? You went Jaylen Brown. I went Maxey. Maxey had 29 points. But Jaylen Brown had 36.
Yeah, but Philadelphia won the game.
So
that was a bit of a surprise
Maxey
as well.
Gets the last laugh.
He did.
Luke Kennard of the Lakers, over under 15 points. Both of us went over. He had 23, Chris.
Yeah.
So
another good game for Luke Kennard.
Wemby, we did a bet on Wemby, but it's null.
No, it's not null. He played. So
we lost.
Yes, that's how you lose.
Over under 28 points.
Yeah.
We both went over. He had 5.
That's a hang with him. You bet 28 and he leaves the game, you're out of luck, pal.
I would like to always hate on the sports books, but he played a full quarter. I think that's enough time.
That's just, it's a risk.
It's not like a minute into the game. It's a full quarter.
All of this stuff's a risk. Padres 1.5 over the Rockies tonight. I was 6-2, by the way. You were 4-4. You feel the Padres again tonight, or the Rocks fight back?
The Rocks have showed some fight.
A little.
But I'm going to go Padres.
You're going to go Padres? I'm going to jokingly take the Rockies because the Padres are favored by 1.5. That means to win the bet, the Padres are going to have to at least score 2 runs.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's been difficult for them of late. Padres and Rockies, 12 runs is the over-under tonight. You'd almost have to be silly to go over after what you saw last night. And I said, why? I'll go over because it's crazy. It's baseball. Something nutty will happen tonight.
Yeah, I feel like, I'm going to go over.
You go over? 12 runs is a lot. All right, put the Mets in here again. -1.5 against the Twins. Can the Mets snap a 12-game losing streak with Mr. Soto? Let me make sure he's back in the lineup.
I did see him running today.
I know he's supposed to be back in with the lineups are out, so I just want to make sure I'm accurate on this.
That's a good
While
call.
we have a moment,
That's
he
a good
is.
call.
He's batting second. so he's back in there. Anyway, does that change your opinion?
The Mets have to win by 2. So, or I mean, sorry, yeah,
yes,
the Mets
they do.
would. I'm going to go Twins again.
Going to take the Twins. I'm going to take the Mets tonight. They've got to finally win, and the Twins are starting a left-hander who's never pitched before in the big leagues. That's a tough call at New York in front of booing fans.
And welcome back, Juan Soto.
I would mention the guy's name, but I can't pronounce this. Prielip? I'll let you try it.
Let me see.
Shohei Ohtani is pitching tonight for the Dyers. Over under 7.5 runs plus hits plus walks. He'll be under. I mean, Shohei doesn't give up anything, especially to the Giants who can't hit. What say you?
Yeah, that's a Prielip.
I think it
Prielip.
Prielip. Spelled Prielipp.
That is a weird one.
Prielip.
Sorry, what was the bet?
Ohtani 7.5 runs plus walks plus hits. What he allows
plus hits.
Is he allowing
under
for sure? Max Fried for the Yankees at Boston tonight. Max Fried's been one of the better pitchers in the league early on. Ranger Suarez for the Sox. Max Fried over 6 innings or under. If he goes to 6 1/3, you win. If he doesn't, you lose. It's got to get over 6 for the win.
Aren't you up?
You
or
would.
is it me? Am I up? Or you
I don't
up?
know who's up. I think you are.
Under.
Under.
He goes 5 2/3.
I think he goes 6 exactly. So that's under. Red Sox will make him run his pitch count up. Into the NBA we go. Game 2. Not giving Dylan the Villain and company much chance here. Oklahoma City 17.5 over Phoenix. Wow. It's a playoff game. And normally I would take the visitors in game 2 to kind of bounce back. I just don't see it. I mean, Oklahoma City wins by 30 every game. I just want to see, just once in this game tonight, I want to see SGA fly into the lane, throw his arms up, fall on the ground, and then have the refs look at him like,
what?
What? Yeah. But that never happens. He goes to the line every time. I'm going to take OKC. Phoenix says,
I'm going to go Suns just because of the spread.
All right. 17.5 is a lot. All right. Well, we got another minute. Orlando's at Detroit. Orlando surprisingly won the first game. You've also got Phoenix at OKC. The first game, Orlando, Detroit, total points -1 against the other game, total points. So you're picking Orlando, Detroit, or you're picking Phoenix, OKC, +1 point. This is hard. You never know how these
I'm going to go
games
Phoenix, OKC. They seem like the scoring.
Phoenix, OKC. I agree with you. I think Detroit gets the defensive tonight to get even in that series. Cade Cunningham going up against SGA, different games, but Cade Cunningham -4 points. I think that's a steal. You got to take SGA. Guy's on the line 30 times. Of course he's going to score at least 25.
Yeah, you do have to.
Cade Cunningham's good, but not that good. And then finally, NHL. Last night, the Kings let a late lead get away. They could have won at Colorado. They were up 1-0 and ended up losing 2-1 in overtime. Kind of similar to what happened to the Ducks in Edmonton in Game 1. They led late. Edmonton came back to win 4-3. Tonight's Game 2, Edmonton -1.5.
I'll go with Edmonton.
Going with the Oil.
Yep.
The Oil by 2. Yeah, I think the Ducks blew their chance to steal Game 1, and now I think they're going to come home with their tails between their collective legs.
Oh.
Down 2-0.
Good duck joke.
Wasn't bad. Did the Ducks have tails?
Yeah, they have
They got a little something back there. Not a little long tail like you might imagine with some other animals, but
they got a little something's
working back there for the Ducks. Yeah.
How do they steer in the water? They need their no, I'm just kidding. They use their feet.
That would be a rudder.
Yes.
Maybe but their
they
tail is
use
shaped.
Their feet.
Yeah, we're doing way too much duck information, but I think ducks kind of have a rudder.
A little bit.
What do I know? Not much, apparently. All right, that's the Gambit today. If you just tuned in, big news for the Padres today. signing a pitcher, free agent Lucas Giolito. So you may not have gotten that word yet. Giolito will go to Single A, I believe, Lake Elsinore. So if you want to go see him ahead of time, I think you can go up the road and watch him pitch. He's going to try to get himself ready to join the Padres by mid-May. And I think that's an excellent signing. You're not paying a ton of money for a free agent pitcher and a guy that 10-4 last year. ERA was 3.5. That's a legit guy. I don't know why other teams don't get in on this.
I am very cautious on this thing just because other teams didn't seem to want anything to do with him. I mean, he went through a spring training without getting called by a team. He was 3 weeks into the season.
He might have just had too big of demands, maybe
that
and
also
maybe
could be true.
AJ Preller was able to just kind of wait it out until his demands came down.
I haven't seen the salary. What did
I saw something, and I'm not big on salaries. He's guaranteed $2.7 million.
Okay,
and which is in this day and age not much, and he has an option for next year.
See, I honestly think that's an overpay.
You do 2.7?
Okay, maybe not an overpay, but I think Walker Buehler is making less money than him.
But just for example, he made $19 million with the Red Sox last year.
Yeah, no, I know he had a massive contract.
I think it's a pretty good deal when you consider that.
Yeah, he is getting paid more than Walker Buehler, which I find strange.
Giolito ranks in the top 5 among all American League pitchers over the last 8 years. Innings pitched, strikeouts, and wins.
All right, I'm looking pretty stupid right now, but
I don't think you are. I mean, I see what you're saying, but I mean,
I don't think this is the savior.
Maybe not, but if you're looking to, get through without Pivetta and Musgrove, I think it's a nice addition. More Gwynn and Chris is coming up. Stick around. We got Jason Adam. Our visit with him coming up at the bottom of the hour. Chris rolls on here. Coming up in about 5 minutes, stick around. Jason Adam, one of the really good guys, Padres reliever, will join us. If you haven't heard him interviewed before, Tony and I were able to spend some time with him earlier today. Our Friar Wednesday interview, Friar Friday, changed it up a little bit this week because the Padres will be traveling to Mexico City. And, of course, they play that 2-game series on Saturday and Sunday. Speaking of Saturday, why don't you come down and watch the game with us? Scraby and I, from 2:30 to 4:30, will be at the Mavericks Beach Club in Pacific Beach. So we expect to see many of you there. San Diego, Arizona, Mexico City series presented by South Norte Tequila Cocktails. Mavericks will feature deals on the South Norte's premium tequila cocktails while you take in the ball game. Come hang out with us, watch some great baseball, and enjoy South Norte Tequila Cocktails made with real tequila and real juice. That's Saturday, 860 Garnett Avenue, Pacific Beach. Scraby and I will have Padre tickets to give away and some other fun stuff.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I am too. It's going to be fun.
It actually gets me out of the house.
Can you bring Lucky? I mean, I don't know that they'd have. Maybe Lucky might work at that place. They might
think
let her
he
come.
might.
Him. Sorry.
Get it right.
I have a female dog, so all dogs begin as females. And
my dad cannot figure it out. He's gonna be mad I just said that, but it's a thing. Like, Dad, he is a boy.
Oh, your dad still struggles with that?
People call Lucky a girl because he doesn't look like a girl, but he doesn't. They could just look underneath and see that he's a boy.
But that's rude, is it not? To walk up to a dog and go, "Excuse me."
That's weird. Yeah,
I don't know that works.
That is weird.
I will say that Kylie, our dog, gets called a boy, even though we walk her in a pink,
she looks nothing like a boy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know where people come up with that one.
The girl dog haircut.
She's all girl.
She's got like rubber bands in her hair. With pink rubber bands.
Sometimes she does. Yeah, it's not even close. All right, here's a rule in Major League Baseball. I got to be honest with you. I don't necessarily agree with this one, and it happened today. In the Oakland-Seattle game, I said Oakland, the Athletics,
it's fine with me.
Seattle game. Do you have the video?
I do. It's
okay, so the people on...
So you can pull it up so you can watch it.
Right, the people on StreamYard, YouTube, you can watch it. Logan Gilbert delivering the pitch here to the A's batter. Line drive right back to Gilbert, and it gets stuck in his jersey.
It's crazy.
He has to reach in between the buttons of his Mariners jersey to find it. At first glance... it hits him. He starts dancing around the mound looking for where it fell.
Yeah.
But it never falls. It stays in his jersey the entire time.
He even uses his mitt to go get a phantom ball.
Yeah, the ball never left his jersey. So, I mean, I think I'm a pretty good umpire. I think I know the baseball rules pretty well. I mean, first of all, I'm not going to tell you the ruling. I'm going to give all of you just a second in your own, mind. Scraby knows what the ruling is. I do too. So,
But I wouldn't have guessed this rule.
I don't think I would have either. I personally would think it's an out. The ball never hit the ground. He picked it up out of his jersey. You're out.
Does it say that you have to use your mitt?
It doesn't say you have to use your mitt. However, and now I have the story, and here we go. All right, so it doesn't say the ball has to be in your mitt, but apparently, according to the Major League Baseball, rule book or whatever, the ball was hit 107 miles an hour.
By the way, he's lucky to be okay.
Yes, he was. You're right. Right. It lodged in the middle of his jersey and didn't get out of there till he pulled it out of there. So the umpires immediately called timeout. And they stopped play.
Yes.
Once they realized the ball had gotten stuck, and that is accordance with the MLB umpire manual's rule interpretations. Maybe Mike Winters is out there somewhere. He's going, yeah. But that says a batted or thrown ball, batted or thrown, which goes inside a player's coach or coach's uniform, is deemed out of play. What? So it's immediately out of play. At that point, it's now up to the umpire's discretion to what to call. Now, there was runners at first and third at the time. Well, the umpires got together. They awarded the batter, Cortez, a hit. They kept the runner at third, And because he was forced, the runner from first was allowed to go to second.
Okay.
Bases were now loaded. A's manager, Mark Kotze, wasn't thrilled. He thought the runner from third should have been allowed to score. I think the Seattle manager was like, what in the world's going on? How do you just give him a hit? I don't think anybody was really too happy about it. But that was the correct ruling, apparently, and because the umpires get their own discretion. I don't know. Make it easier. If you catch a line drive
with your shirt
somehow, just call him out. I think it'd be easier that way. But
I don't see how you can stop the play and then award a hit.
That's exactly what they did here. According to the story, all 3 runs would eventually score in the inning, which probably didn't make Logan Gilbert feel any happier. But I don't know. This doesn't happen ever.
No.
But I think it did happen to Yadier Molina once, where a foul tip got lodged in his chest protector, and that's not an out because he didn't foul tip catch it. It's
I gotcha.
It's nothing. So, I mean, you see strange plays. This is a strange one, and I would have got it wrong because I would have just said, yeah, he's out. Ball never hit the ground. He's out.
I guess another thought is, when it gets stuck underneath the fence, you put your arms up here and it's a double.
That.
It could be that, too. I mean, it was only a single, so.
Not sure. Yeah, can you
Do
imagine?
You think they just made it up?
Well, apparently they didn't make it up because there's, rule books.
Rule.
I think it would have been funny if the umpire said, he hit that ball so hard, home run.
It's their discretion.
Right, their discretion. The Seattle manager would have lost his mind, but hey.
So I guess they're thinking that he hit it up the middle. If it would have got past the pitcher, it would have been fielded by a center fielder. Or if it would have
bounced off him, he probably would have got – well, I think they're thinking it would have bounced off him, stayed in the infield. You give him a single. The runner from third probably wouldn't have scored anyway because the ball never went too far. I think the umps did okay here, but under the rules that govern this situation.
That is really crazy.
Yes. Jason Adam, hope that never happens to him. Our Padre reliever is our Wednesday Friar Friday guest when we come back.
Ben and Woods on the Fan.
Coming up on Thursday, Benny is out. Me and Paulie will hold it down. We'll talk.
Things. It even tells you, hey, there's a canyon over here. Don't hit it here.
Scraby from about 45 feet. His caddy tells him to play it a little to the right. He's been playing well so far today. 4th hole. Nice smooth delivery. Hit it too hard.
Sasquatch.
So Chris says that he can't play golf, but this is the second birdie putt he's made for us. This time it was like 20 feet.
Thank you very much, Greg. But once again, you're hitting some very nice shots as well. I'm not usually complimentary to you, but can't help but be complimentary. Your shot making today.
With my what?
Your shot making. You hit some.
These things. It even tells you, hey, there's a canyon over here. Don't hit it here.
Scraby from about 45 feet. His caddy tells him to play it a little to the right. He's been playing well so far today. Fourth hole. Nice smooth delivery. Hit it too hard.
Sasquatch. So Chris says that he can't play golf, but this is the second birdie putt he's made for us. This time it was like 20 feet.
Thank you very much, Greg. But once again, you're hitting some very nice shots as well. I'm not usually complimentary to you, but can't help but be complimentary. Your shot making. Today.
With my what?
Your shot making. You hit some.
These things. It even tells you, hey, there's a canyon over here. Don't hit it here.
Scraby from about 45 feet. His caddy tells him to play it a little to the right. He's been playing well so far today. Fourth hole. Nice smooth delivery. Hit it too hard.
Sasquatch. So Chris says that he can't play golf, but this is the second birdie putt he's made for us. This time it was like 20 feet.
Thank you very much, Greg. But once again, you're hitting some very nice shots as well. I'm not usually complimentary to you, but can't help but be complimentary. Your shot making. Today.
With my what?
Your shot making. You hit some. 3:38. The time. Padres over the Rocks, 1-0 last night. I don't know if you caught that earlier. I mentioned only the 12th time in Coors Field history that the final score of a game was 1-0. Coors Field opened, I think it was 1995, I'm guessing.
Wow, it's a lot older than I thought. That's 30 years old now.
Yeah.
Wow.
April 26, 1995. So 31 years. Or 30 years, they've had 12 games, 1-0. That's less than one every 3 years or whatever.
Now, what happens if they do 1-0 again tonight? That would be the first
That
time
has probably
ever.
never happened. Yeah, I would be shocked. Jay Cronenworth went as far as to say, I've never seen it, nor did I expect to see it. Not only was it 1-0, but I mean, it was the only run scored on a walk. Like nobody could even hit a run in.
Yeah.
The Rockies had 3 singles. The Padres had 4 singles and a ground ball double by Jake Cronenworth. I thought the only 2 balls that were hit hard all night were hit by Freddie Fermin. Slammed 2 balls up against the fence.
I was like, even in Coors Field, he's got warning track power? Come on.
Maybe it was because of Coors Field that he had warning track power. Did you ever think of it that way?
No.
Okay. Well, that's maybe how I thought of it. Brenton Doyle's a good outfielder. He went back and snagged.
He did.
I think one of those. And you know who's really bad? Because I watched him here in San Diego when they were here. That Johnston. I think it's Troy Johnston.
Yes,
He plays first base.
Yeah.
He made a mockery of that pop-up last night.
He did. That was something.
You're a major league player, right? That's got to be like piece of cake for you.
Yeah.
But Not for him. Padres are 5-0 against the Rockies this year, and I don't want to ever hear again that we never beat the Padres or never beat the Rockies. Last 2 years now, you're 15-3 against Colorado.
There was a period of time where the Rockies were killers.
No doubt. The Charlie Blackmon days, etc.
Yes.
The Rockies have created some havoc in the past, but at least recently, the Padres have their number. Jason Adam, I thought, looked really good last night. Probably his best inning of work, since getting back fully healthy. Felt looked like he had a little better feel for it. I asked him about it. He agreed. And we asked him about a whole bunch of other stuff. And his thoughts on Mason Miller. Like, what does one great major league reliever think of another guy and what that guy's doing? Tony and I talked with Jason Adam. It was our special Friar Friday edition of a Wednesday visit from Coors Field. Reliever Jason Adam here on 97.3 The Fan. Jason, appreciate the time. How are you today in the thin air of Denver?
I'm doing fantastic. Yeah, thankfully, not a lot of cardio in my life, so I'm surviving.
I know, because it's going to get worse for you when you go to Mexico City. Looking at you, the way you commanded the baseball last night, just for starters here, I was saying, I figure for you, this is a little bit of an extended spring training, even though it's happening during the season. Where are you right now with the feel for your pitches? And, it looked to me like you kind of found a little more control last night.
Yeah, definitely. I think the control was definitely better last night. And like you said, it's early in the season for me and really for everyone still. We're still first month of season. So you're always working through kinks, and I'm learning now as I'm 34 that I thought I'd have it figured out by now. You are constantly adjusting throughout a season, throughout an off season. So, which is part of the fun of it. But yeah, I felt like last night was good. I think the nature of knowing that the ball doesn't move the same here maybe locks you in a little bit more on where you're trying to throw it. But yeah, really thankful. Freddie did a great job calling the right pitches and used the defense a little bit.
Jason, elaborate on that a little bit. I mean, we heard Craig Stammen talk about his experience pitching here and understanding that your ball's not going to break as much. So you got to kind of start it in different spots. And all that's kind of in every pitcher's mind, I imagine, coming to this spot. But it does seem very rare that you go out, you have an outing where you throw the ball where you want almost every time in this stadium. Is that just more of like, when you step into this building, you're hopeful you can have one of those? Obviously your concentration's higher, but that's not always, that's not always end result though.
Yeah, if it were that easy, we would all have 0 ERAs at the end of the year. But it is, like you said. So it is, there's an element of like, on the fastballs, it's not going to carry as much. So you just aim a little higher. Slider, if you're trying to bounce a slider, you aim a little lower, whatever it may be. But at the end of the day, you're just competing. Good pitches, it's still, regardless of the air and movement profiles, like hitting is really hard. So you have to remind yourself of that and not, I think you can get into trouble when you try to change too much for the elements. When the reality is like you watch BP, they hit a lot of balls hard, but they don't hit every ball hard and they know what's coming.
Right.
The pitcher's trying to throw it down the middle. So I lean a lot on the fact that hitting is hard. And then, so, that kind of relaxes me to try to do the job best I can.
Yeah, there are 8 guys out there that can definitely help you out when they do hit it. Jason Adam is our guest here. Friar Friday coming a couple of days early. And look, I mean, you guys are riding high here. I mean, 14 out of 16. So I guess the opposite of how do you snap out of it, the opposite is how do you keep it going without putting, too much weight on what's happening in the month of April. It's so early in the season, but we're all getting pretty excited around here, I must tell you.
Yeah, I think you have to take it. I mean, the typical saying game to game, but it is true. A win yesterday does nothing to help us get a win today. So we put everything yesterday into trying to get a win. Randy dominated. We got the run. Morahone locked it down. So like we did that. Great job. Celebrate it. Move on. Today our job is to do everything we can to get the win today and the same tomorrow. And to enjoy, I think these streaks, you want to keep them going as long as possible, obviously. And so you should enjoy them. We work hard, but you don't want to get too high, just like you don't want to get too low when you hit a little skid. Kind of trust our process. We have a really good process laid out for us by Craig, Ruben, Fritz, all the staff, the hitting staff. So our job is to kind of deliver on that process and know that over the course of the year, with the talent that AJ's put together and Stein have put together, if we execute on the process they've given us, then I think the numbers are going to be in our favor.
Jason Adams joins us here on Friar, I guess Wednesday, because we're not doing Friar Friday this week. Jason, let's talk a little bit about the knee injury. You were pretty confident. I saw you before spring that you were going to be ready by the time the season started. Now, it was a tick late, I guess, but just talk a little bit about that. At what point did you turn the corner from that? Because I would imagine, considering how you hurt your knee, the pitching part was not the issue. It was, that first time letting it go and a ball being hit at you, how would you react? At what point did that part leave your mind and allow you to kind of clear all the rest of the hurdles?
Yeah. I would say, honestly, there was a point in spring training, because like you said, pitching wasn't a problem. Getting arm speed back just because of the initial throws, with the weak knee and stuff, were slow throws. So that was a thing. But there was a point in spring training where I was doing sprints one day, and all of a sudden, the first one didn't hurt. And I was oh, okay. So before that, it was the first 2 or 3 were ugh. And then by 4, 5, 6, it's okay, there it is. But once I started, and then we're doing PFPs, and I could break towards furs. That was great. And then even in Anaheim, I gave up a run on it, which was bad, but I kind of lunged for a ball, went to the ground, and it didn't hurt. So it's you're just constantly checking mental boxes that help you feel a little more confident each time you go out there.
Yeah. PFP used to be kind of just a piece of cake for everybody. You went through the motions, but for you, it meant a lot this year to kind of get back and rolling along. Jason Adams is with us. I wanted to just ask you, as a great relief pitcher, and you've now, been doing this, coming up on 8-9 years in the big leagues. And I know you were drafted out of high school, but I'm thinking nobody grows up and says, I hope I'm just an 8th inning guy. I'm assuming at some point, whether it be little league, pony league, high school, you probably were a starter. When did that change? Who convinced you that was your best ticket to the major leagues? Did it happen during your, minor league process? Because I'm still waiting for you to get one nod here, before it's all over.
Well, I'll talk to AJ. We'll see. I was a starter. I was a starter through the minor leagues. And I kind of stalled out AA. So the Royals put me in the bullpen, and then I had some injury, and then traded me to the Twins, and they wanted me to start, but then I had some injuries I was out for about 3 years. And so when I came back from that, I was actually with the Padres in the minor leagues, and they're I only pitched once before I got released, but in their mind, it's hey, you're finally healthy. Let's just give you 1 inning at a time. And then after I got released, I signed with the Royals, and they stuck with that. They thought bullpen too. And then, then it just kind of becomes your role. And I love it. I think for me, I love the looseness of the bullpen, and then the instant adrenaline rush of knowing this is your game. And the fact that you really can't win a game out there. Your job is just to not blow it. That's a fun challenge. So yeah, it's definitely not, it was not the path I dreamed of, but I wouldn't change a thing about it.
Yeah.
Jason, as talking to some of your teammates, we were kind of, trying to figure out who the funniest guy is in that locker room. Your name came up multiple times. What is
bad taste?
do you take some sense of pride of being the guy that somewhat keeps things loose down in that bullpen? Because I know that bullpen can get tense at times. I'm sure it's nice to have somebody to break up the intensity that you guys really, especially with this team this year, a lot of close games. I'm sure it's been like that a lot down there.
Yeah, it is. And Wandy does great at that too, is that we got such a good clubhouse, such a great bullpen. I think for me, it's I was, when I first got to the big leagues, I was so stressed all game, every game.
Yeah.
It's like you're worried about, I'm going to get option. I'm going to, and there's a lot to worry about, obviously. And when I realized, I have a theory that like all the great players to a certain extent don't care.
Yeah.
And it's not that they don't care about their work or their, but they go out there and they know they're just going to show up and they're good, and when they don't, they're like, that was weird. Like, it'll be there tomorrow. So like, I'm trying to adopt that and try to share that with the guys. Like, hey, like you sitting out here being serious for 6 innings is not going to help you make a better pitch here. Do what you need to do your prep, but we can have fun. And then you kind of save, like if you got a bank of focus, you have a little bit saved up to lock in when it is your time. But no, it's such a fun group out there.
Jason, I would add real quick. It's kind of hard to keep that kind of intensity for 9 innings for 162 games. It's hard to do it for a week.
Exactly, which is probably why I'm not a starter. I couldn't last. I couldn't last that long in the game. I ran out of focus. But you would be exhausted. This game's hard enough. But I think when you play like a kid and just enjoy it and compete, then it stays a dream job, and you can play hopefully till you're 60.
Yeah, well, the way you're throwing, man, nobody's going to get moving. I mean, you're doing an amazing job. Jason Adam is with us on the SDCCU fan hotline. It is not big bank banking. It's better. Just along the same lines, and we appreciate your time, but I got a really big kick at the last homestand of watching you and Mason Miller up on the scoreboard doing a whole thing where both of you had, I think you put headphones on and you were trying to mouth words and the other guy had to guess what you were saying. You did a whole lot better at it than Mason did, but can you take us behind the scenes of how, those videos? And I just think as a team, you guys are great sports to be, willing to do all that, kind of poke fun at yourself, because the fans, I know, love watching that stuff.
Yeah. I mean, we got an unbelievable social media team. They do. Their social media and like media generally. So I mean, they make it fun. It's we do a lot of that in spring training, but I mean, I think that stuff's a blast. Those are like games I like playing with my family or friends. So they pick fun games. Mason, well, like you said, he was terrible at it. So I am better at the headphone game. He throws 104. So I think I win that battle. But,
I do too.
Yeah.
Being better at the headphone game's making you a lot of money. That 104 isn't going to help him at all.
That's going to do anything. He's going to be probably working at Kmart in that year.
Can you just really quick, in your relief words, because we're out of superlatives, your thoughts on what you're seeing Mason Miller do right now? Because you know how hard this is. I mean, it's crazy what he's doing.
Yeah, it is. It's insane. I'm out of words too. I mean, it's the most dominant stretch probably any reliever has ever been on. But it doesn't feel like it's just a stretch. It just feels like it's normal and it's just going to keep going forever. I don't know. I got nothing but good things to say about Mason as a person and as a pitcher. He's dominant. So thrilled for him. I know he worked hard this offseason and every offseason. But man, it is a treat to watch.
Jason, lastly, you became a father of 5. You've entered a realm that not many people have entered. A girl dad of 5 at that.
Tony's one behind you, Jason.
He's one. There's no coming back. There's no closing.
You're not rallying at this point.
No, not at all. Jason, I mean, I know how tight knit your family's. How fun has it been to kind of go through everything that you've gone through throughout your career, and now being able to enjoy it with your family and being healthy? How fun has that been for you guys?
So fun. I mean, there's been so much blessings in all of it, even in the injuries. Just the time with the family, but especially just like I'm at a stage in my career where I'm getting to experience a lot of cool new things with, being here in San Diego, things like the All-Star game or whatever it may be. And the cool thing is, like, if I would have got those when I was younger, I don't think I would have fully appreciated them.
Right.
So I'm kind of glad I took the long road, and then and I get to share some of that enjoyment with my kids. And hopefully, I mean, the younger ones won't really remember, but we're getting to the age where my older few will have memories of this, and hopefully they can look back on it with with joy and thankfulness too, because it's definitely a different life, but I think there's a ton of good in it, and enjoyment, and hopefully lifelong lessons.
I think this is a second or third time we've had Jason on our Friar Friday, and I've told everybody who asks about Jason Adam, I just think you're one of the really good guys. It's really fun having you on. Your attitude is fantastic. I wish I would have met you when I pitched in college, because I used to sit out there and stress all 9 innings before I got in, and you could have told me to calm down. Yeah, it would have helped. But hey, Jason, thanks so much for the time. Continued success, sir.
I appreciate
Thanks,
it.
Jason.
Thank you guys. You guys are the best.
Jason Adam, not only a good pitcher, but very accurate. Finished up by saying we're the best. So I appreciate that.
I did catch that as well.
Did you catch that?
I did.
Very good. I think he was
very
just
nice
referring
of
to
him.
Tony and I, though.
Yeah, he didn't. Yeah, I wasn't really
I think you were
there.
involved in that.
But he said, you guys are the best.
We're the best.
Through association, I'm the best.
Yes, we are. All right, when we come back, we'll hear from Craig Stammen, Padre manager. But before we get to that, we got Chris versus the fans. So you'll have a chance to win some fabulous prizes. If you want to play some trivia, 833-288-0973. Gwynn and Chris rolling along till about 4:35 or so. Then Sam Levin barges way in here for the Padre pregame show.
Yeah, he already did.
Yes, he's already been in here once or twice.
He's like, what are you guys doing in here? Well, what do you think we're doing?
Is that what he asked? Really? Hey!
Guys, what are you doing in here?
The great line from the famous movie Animal House was the guy walked in and said, hey, they're all having a big poker game. He's like, you guys playing cards? Everybody looks up at him like,
what? No, we're not.
Coming back.
Thank you for listening to 97.3 The Fan. Be back shortly. I would be back shortly if the thing will click. See, I'm clicking. I have no idea what's happening. It's not playing any commercials right now. Well, this is just great, everybody. Let me see if I could try to start another one. All right. Well, this is awesome. On the air right now with no help, and there are no commercials to be played. Actually, you know what I'm going to do, everybody? You're getting a real live thing right here. This is real live Matt Scraby. I'm going to have to restart Wide Orbit real quick. So goodbye, Wide Orbit. It's not even closing. I'm going to text Adam, and I'm going to say, Adam, I tried to go to break and the commercials did not play, and the program won't shut down. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to have to do some Control-Alt-Delete over here. Control-Alt-Delete. Okay, I got it. Task Manager. It's not coming up. There it goes. Task Manager came up, everybody. I have no idea. I'm way too generous with my stroke giving. Never mind.
Are you really?
Never mind.
Wait.
I did not mean for that to happen. I did not.
That sounds like a promo to me.
Scraby's giving out strokes. I can't wait to hear that one. I'm going to laugh for a while on that one.
Nate says, Scravy, maybe you should date her.
You might be a generous stroke giver, but I don't think she really wants to leave her boyfriend for that.
All right, that was good. In full disclosure, I'm reading this. Tony can't gather himself right now. That was a good one, Chris. That was a really good one. So I saw this at 7-Eleven, and I had to get it. It's called the One Chip Challenge. It was sitting there in the aisle, and I thought, why not? Because I am into spicy stuff. But this thing looks pretty hot. I'm not going to lie. It says a Reaper pepper and a Scorpion pepper. It's also in the shape of a coffin, which doesn't make me very happy about that. It doesn't make me feel good. Oh, extreme heat, it says. I'm going to try a little bit first, just so I don't die, I guess. That's the thing I'm saying. This looks... I don't even know if I should be eating this. It looks like it has mold or something, but let's see how hot it is. Let's go. There's a little bit of spice there. It's going. Oh, man. This is hot. It's not that bad, though. I still have this side to go. It is getting hot. I'm not gonna lie. My mouth is like getting crazy. Now it's kicking in. I'm not sure if I'm gonna finish this. Honestly, it's getting serious. I gotta go with the milk. My mouth is dying right now. Yeah, this is not fun, guys. Never going to do that again because my mouth is on fire. Thank you for listening to 97.3 The Fan. Be back shortly. I would be back shortly if the thing will click. See, I'm clicking. I have no idea what's happening. It's not playing any commercials right now. Well, this is just great, everybody. Let me see if I could try to start another one. All right. Well, this is awesome. On the air right now with no help, and there are no commercials to be played. Actually, you know what I'm going to do, everybody? You're getting a real live thing right here. This is real live Matt Scraby. I'm going to have to restart Wide Orbit real quick. So goodbye, Wide Orbit. It's not even closing. I'm going to text Adam, and I'm going to say, Adam, I tried to go to break and the commercials did not play, and the program won't shut down. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to have to do some Control-Alt-Delete over here. Control-Alt-Delete. Okay, I got it. Task Manager. It's not coming up. There it goes. Task Manager came up, everybody. I have no idea. I'm way too generous with my stroke giving. Never mind.
Are you really?
Never mind.
Wait.
I did not mean for that to happen. I did not.
That sounds like a promo to me.
Scraby's giving out strokes. I can't wait to hear that one. I'm gonna laugh for a while on that one.
Nate says, Scravy, maybe you should date her.
You might be a generous stroke giver, but I don't think she really wants to leave her boyfriend for that.
All right, that was good. In full disclosure, I'm reading this. Tony can't gather himself right now. That was a good one, Chris. That was a really good one. So I saw this at 7-Eleven, and I had to get it. It's called the One Chip Challenge. It was sitting there in the aisle, and I thought, why not? Because I am into spicy stuff. But this thing looks pretty hot. I'm not going to lie. It says a Reaper pepper and a Scorpion pepper. It's also in the shape of a coffin, which doesn't make me very happy about that. It doesn't make me feel good. Oh, extreme heat, it says. I'm going to try a little bit first, just so I don't die, I guess. That's the thing I'm saying. This looks... I don't even know if I should be eating this. It looks like it has mold or something, but let's see how hot it is. Let's go. There's a little bit of spice there. It's going. Oh, man. This is hot. Not that bad, though. I still have this side to go. It is getting hot. I'm not going to lie. My mouth is, like, getting crazy.
Into the 4 o'clock hour we go, which is going to be our last, at least portion of an hour today. Chris Ello, Tony Gwynn Jr., and Matt Scraby. Hope you enjoyed our visit with Jason Adam, joining us on the SDCCU Fan Hotline. It's not big bank banking. It's better. We're coming to you, Scraby and I, from the Bill House Studios, where we know how. Apparently, if we're outside the studio, we don't know much. But when we're here, we know how. And we're happy about that. We know the Padres are tied with the Dodgers now for the best record in all of baseball at 16-7. Some of the numbers don't support that, though.
Uh-oh.
You know, I'm going to give you a few of them in the next segment. We're also going to hear from Craig Stammen on the lack of pop. You know, the Padres have 17 home runs.
Yeah.
They hit 9 of them in that 1 4-game series against the Rockies. Honestly, I'm trying to think. When's the last time they even hit one? Did they hit one in Anaheim at all?
That's crazy you say it, because that's one of our questions today. Who was the last Padre to hit a home
all
run?
right. Well, then don't tell me. But, yeah, I don't recall them even hitting one in Anaheim. I could be wrong. Let's find out. Let's play some Chris versus the Fans.
If you had one shot, one opportunity to take down the human almanac himself,
howdy do.
Now is your time.
Listen to me, this guy is dangerous.
Now is your opportunity to win a prize.
Well, I hope you know Gen 4.
Chris versus the Fans starts now on 97.3 The Fan.
All right, what you are going to be playing for today is a qualification for a chance to win this month's grand prize, a pair of field-level seats to Padres Phillies on Memorial Day. You win that, you'll be put in the hopper for that prize. The rules, you have to make it through 3 questions. Each question will get more difficult. If you get the question right, you move on. If you get it wrong and Chris gets it right, you're eliminated. But if Chris gets it wrong, then you move on to the next question or you win. If you're a first-time player, let us know before you get into it, and you'll get that first question for free.
Keep
today.
in mind, if you go see the Phillies and Padres, you may not see Rob Thompson, the new manager or the current manager of the Phillies.
Oh, you think he's going to get canned?
I don't, but Dave Dombrowski, the team president today, said he's not on the hot seat. And you know what that means?
That means he's on the hot seat.
Probably on the hot seat. The Phillies have the worst run differential in baseball. I mean, we're not talking about a, middling team here. Phillies,
they've spent a lot of money.
Been one of the top clubs for a while. Mets have the worst record with 12 straight losses. Both keeping company at the bottom of the NL East standings right now. All right, back to you.
No, it's all good. Game. I mean, that is kind of crazy that the Phillies are like this, and it seems like they start at some point through the year. Rob Thompson's job's on the line. It doesn't matter.
Yes, actually, probably when they lost their first game this year, the Philly fans wanted him out.
We should have fired him before
we had a chance to get rid of this idiot. Yeah.
How do you think Nick Castellanos feels right now?
Better,
yeah.
He'd feel better if he got a couple hits tonight, though. He's in a 1 for 21, 9 strikeout slump at the moment.
It's not looked great for.
Hasn't
Nick
been great for him lately.
All right, I said all the rules. I gave you all that. Bada bing, bada boom. Let's go to our first contestant, and that will be Richard. Hello, Richard.
Hello, guys. How are you?
Good. Are you
Welcome
ready to play?
Good luck.
Hey, I'm a first-time player.
First-time player!
4 out of 5 days out of the week.
Say it again?
Yeah, I missed the second part of that.
I listen 4 out of the 5 days during the week.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that.
I want to know what day he doesn't listen.
Yeah, what day is he not listening?
Monday, because I don't drive home from work on Mondays.
Oh, okay. Well, Mondays kind of stink anyway, but Monday might be our best day. Right, Chris?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I think
He's right.
all 5 days are our best days. You never know.
Oh, I see. All right, Richard, here we go. You are a first-time player, so we'll go to question number 2. There were 5 players to hit 50 or more home runs last year. It's a question number 2. Name 2.
Just name 2.
Yeah.
Judge and Ohtani.
Maybe I should have said 3, but that was easy.
Raleigh.
Yes.
I would have put on there.
Yep.
Eugenio, I think, had 49. Wasn't he short by one?
He was, yes.
Give me the other 2 because I'm not thinking off the top of my head right here.
It's Cal Raleigh, Kyle Schwarber, Shohei Ohtani, Aaron Judge.
That's only 4. You said 5.
Oh, what? Who else did I miss?
Schwarber, Judge,
let me go
Raleigh,
back.
Ohtani.
I think I may have made a mistake, but he's still named 2.
No, he was good.
I still got you.
No, you're good.
You're good.
Don't worry, we're not going back. Look, let me tell you something, Richard. If you've been heard this show before, having issues with the question is nothing new, but we never take it out on the contestant, so you're fine.
Oh no!
Go ahead, just get to number 3.
I just want to make sure I
there might have
give
been
me a second.
I knew Suarez was right there. Let me see, 2025.
Nope,
there were
finding
4.
it fast enough. All right,
I just found it. There was Raleigh, Schwarber, Ohtani, Judge. Suarez had 49. He was 5th.
You know what's good about this? I didn't really cause any sort of problem.
Not this time.
Yeah.
No, but you probably will.
Maybe.
Later.
All right, Richard.
All right.
Here we go.
Richard's like, get to my final
question. Number 3. What active NBA player has made the postseason in all 17 of his seasons? What active NBA player has made the postseason in all 17 of his seasons?
Curry.
Oh, Steph Curry. Stay there.
Well, this again is another one of your strange questions, but maybe he missed it once. See, I would have thought LeBron made it every season, but he's played more than 17 years, so I don't think that's your answer. I'll try Kevin Durant.
KD.
I will.
I see where your question lies.
Okay. Well, it's a win for Richard. What's the answer? LeBron?
James Harden.
James Harden's the answer.
He's never missed a playoff postseason in his entire career.
Yes, and he's lost every single time.
Yes, he has.
Unlike you, though, Richard, you're a winner.
You're a winner.
Give him a round of applause there. Good job, Richard.
I mean, I would think that at one point...
did LeBron miss it one time?
Yeah, was there a point where his team did not make the playoffs?
LeBron James?
LeBron James.
He may have missed it like his first year. I'm going to go back here with Cleveland.
Yeah,
and, they weren't very good, obviously, when he first got there, right?
Yeah,
So,
he did miss it his first year.
Yeah.
And his second year. So the first 2 years he missed it.
Okay, and he's been there every year since. James Harden never missed it.
Yeah, all 17 years.
Very impressive that James Harden can be on so many teams, make the playoffs every time, and no matter what team he's on, screw it up in the postseason.
So is he a winner or a loser?
You know what? I think it depends on your opinion of James Harden. First of all, I think he's an incredible. What I will say for sure is that he's an incredible scorer.
Oh yeah,
he always was, even at Arizona State. I remember the Aztecs played them one time when he was down there. And by the way, if you want to see a funny picture, call up a picture of James Get at Arizona State.
He has no beard.
He did not have the beard.
It's a strange thing to look at.
It'll be a strange thing to look at, but call it up if you want to have get a good laugh. Get a laugh.
And then while you're doing that, call up Charlie Blackmon without a beard.
Charlie Blackmon without a beard is very similarly funny.
It is.
Charlie played at LSU, and there are some photos of him with no beard. But so I think Harden's a great scorer. And I think there's a lot of guys in the NBA fall into that category. I've never considered him a great winner because he just hasn't won. And I think some of that has to do with his lack of detail at the other end of the court.
And he doesn't play defense?
Well, I didn't say he doesn't, but I don't think it's a big thing for him. And I also don't think that he orchestrates the offense great. I mean, like I said, he's an incredible scorer. Like, for me, you got to look at a guy like Dwayne Wade. I don't think he ever scored. He never scored as much as Harden. I don't know what his numbers were. But Dwayne Wade, if you gave him the ball, made the right decision. And he could do it in the fourth quarter of a tight game. Whether it was him taking the shot or getting it for somebody else, certain guys can do that. And that's what sets them apart, I believe. And you win a championship with guys like that. And there's many of those guys. They're not all great scorers. Like Tony Parker, I'd put in there. Tony Parker wasn't a great scorer. But, man, when you put the ball in his hands at the end of the game, he'd get it to the right guy.
He's a winner.
And, that's not the only reason they won all those championships in the Spurs, but it's part of it. All right, anyway, maybe James Harden finally gets it done this year in Cleveland, but I'd be surprised. All right, NBA playoffs continue tonight. There are 2 games, I think. Stanley Cup playoffs continue tonight. Padres and Rockies tonight. We'll hear from Craig Stammen. And why and how are the Padres 16-7? Some of these numbers will probably surprise you when we return. a Fantabulous sports game show earlier today. And welcome you back to Gwynn and Chris. It's our final segment before Sam comes in for the pregame show today. But our Fantabulous sports game show, no surprise, Tony won. But it was a particularly poor performance, I thought, by our friend here, Matt Scraby. And even he thought so. And a lot of people on the chat gave him a lot of what for. His guesses weren't really all that good.
Doug Flutie was a great guess.
Anyway, if you want to hear the Fantabulous Sports Game Show, you can go back to the 2:30 segment, 97.3thefansd.com. But since I made fun of you, I need to make fun of me.
Oh, whoa.
The trivia question that you just asked in Christopher's the Fan, what NBA players made the All-Star game in all 17 years of his playoffs, I'm sorry, in all 17 years of his career.
Mm-hmm.
I tried to think of somebody who was good and played about 17 years, so I guessed Kevin Durant. Here's why it was a terrible guess. He missed the playoffs last year with Phoenix.
I wouldn't have remembered that.
I'm just saying.
But...
I mean, that's how bad a guess that was. He didn't even make it last year. He didn't make it this year.
Well, thank you for bringing that up, Chris.
So I'm just throwing that out there.
Thank you for bringing it up.
You're welcome. One other thing.
You take the wind out of my sails, though, when you make fun of yourself. So
it helps a little. The NFL draft coverage on 97.3 The Fan, whenever we cover the draft.
Nationally.
It's presented nationally by Liberty Mutual Insurance. Only pay for what you need. That's right. Draft coverage on 97.3 The Fan, presented nationally by Liberty Mutual Insurance. Again, only pay for what you need, which I think is a really good idea when it comes to insurance.
Yeah.
So I would check those guys out. The only reason I poked a little fun of that is even though the draft is tomorrow, you and I have had no draft coverage, nor do I plan any tomorrow.
No, we don't even have ESPN to tell us how many hours before the draft is left.
Yesterday we had the countdown going on, but yeah, they're getting down there. Maybe 23 hours, 39 minutes or something like that.
I'll go to it real quick so we can
Stupid countdown for ESPN's draft coverage.
I mean, this is the biggest thing they seemingly do, apparently. Oh, ESPN, how are they going to show us what the draft coverage? They have Magic and Pistons on.
Yes, they do. They're not going to have draft coverage countdown at the moment. You'll have to look elsewhere. I know I'm in the minority on this because I know all you out there love the draft. I just think it's so much to do about nothing. There's maybe 2 or 3 players that'll be picked tomorrow that will be franchise-changing players, but they will tell you that all 30 of them picked tomorrow are going to turn around the fortunes of their team, and that's just not going to happen.
It's not, but you would think it would.
Left guard picked by the Chargers. Chargers are set at left guard for the next 20 years. Really? Is that how it works? Because it doesn't work that way.
I think the draft is so big because, and I've been thinking a lot about this.
Okay.
I think it's so big because of fantasy football. And people want to know the rookies. They want to
feel like they got some insight.
Yeah. Also, football's just that big.
One thing I have said about the draft in the past, although I personally am not a crazy fan of it, I do get this part of it. It is something for the people who grow up parenting, coaching, playing with and against those guys that are drafted. That is a big deal.
Yeah.
If you coached a kid your whole life or whatever in college,
sure.
And he gets drafted and your family, or he's from that hometown.
Yeah.
Everybody kind of can rally around that.
Why do you think I care about Mickey Moniak?
Okay.
He's a Costa Canyon guy.
He's one of your guys. Kawhi Leonard or something. It's one of our guys. So I get that part of it. The thing that drives me crazy is, Mel Kiper telling me that every player is going to go to the Hall of Fame because they're just not. Right? They're just not. 2 or 3 guys tomorrow.
It's pretty hard to do that.
Right? But then don't tell me they're all going to go because it's not true.
Mel's thing is that he's over the top. And I don't know if that's
right. He's either going to go to the Hall of Fame or is the dumbest pick ever made.
Yeah, or I didn't even have this guy on my board, and then that guy's going to be the best player.
I do find it interesting that if the NFL team picks somebody that they don't guess,
they call it a bad pick.
Right. Instead of blaming themselves for a bad guess, they blame the team for a dumb pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another part of it. Okay,
there's a reason you're on TV and not running a team.
Now that I've poked all this fun at the draft, I might have to tune in to enjoy some of the laughter.
You do. I mean, Mel Kiper does go hard in the paint about stuff.
All right, it's coming up tomorrow, the NFL draft. In the meantime, tomorrow we'll kick things off here on 97.3 The Fan with our epic Padre Roundtable, brought to you by Epic Wings. Special guest host tomorrow, none other than Chris Ello. I'll be filling in for Ben Higgins tomorrow as the host on the Epic Roundtable.
What is Ben doing?
He's got things, he's got things.
I know, he's a busy guy.
Sammy Levitt will be checking in on the roundtable tomorrow, and I believe he used to be Baseball America. I always introduce him as such, but the great and excellent and informed Kyle Glazer will be our special celebrity guest tomorrow.
All right.
So tune into the Epic Roundtable, brought to you by Epic Wings, 9 to 10 tomorrow morning. And then we just go right on throughout the day. Padre Baseball will be a day game tomorrow. Scraby and I will be on after Sammy's post game. It'll be post game with notes on a scorecard, all coming up tomorrow.
I think people miss it.
We have a game tonight first. And one thing that would be nice is if the Padres could hit a long ball. They have hit 17 home runs this year, Scrabe. That is 28th best in Major League Baseball. There are two teams behind them. The Giants and the Red Sox each have only 13. So they're really struggling.
Man.
Padres at least have 17. Padres had 9 of those 17 in one series. That home sweep of the Rockies. They have not hit a home run in almost a week. You have to go back to the 7-6 comeback victory last Wednesday over, was it Seattle? I think.
Seattle, yeah.
Right. Bogarts homered in that game. So this is Wednesday again, right? So we're at a week straight without a home run. But they're winning. You got to go with the bottom line. Anyway, Craig Stammen asked by our friends Ben and Woods this morning if he's concerned over the lack of HRs.
It's tough to say, hey, hit the ball over the fence.
Just push that button, man. Yeah, I don't know why you guys don't use that button more.
Flip that switch. The ball's going out. No big deal. Easier said than done. And I think, one, we're just, really consistently trying to talk about taking good at-bats. And if we take good at-bats, eventually the home runs are going to come.
Yeah.
And we saw that in our last home series. We hit a few home runs and, everything was fixed, But, we're in elevation. Obviously, there's an expectation to hit a few more homers, and they'll come. I know they will. But there's also a time they want to hit the homers too, and sometimes that changes your swing, changes your approach. It makes it a little bit different than what it should be. So we got to stick to taking good at bats, line drive swings, and if we get that pitch to hit, knock it out. Take advantage of the mistake the pitcher makes.
Craig Stammen right there. He's right. You can't tell the guys, hey, let's start hitting some home runs. That's the worst thing you can probably say.
Yes.
And the other part of, you're talking about how many they've hit, not many. They haven't given up many. I think they've only given up 14 on the other side. So they're winning the home run battle, as it were. And look, you're finding ways to win. But I think this needs to at least be thrown out there because there's one of two ways to look at all this. It's either, okay, we're going to get better because this can't continue, or the other way is to look at what I'm about to say and say, if this keeps up, they can't keep winning. You know what I mean? There's two ways of looking at this. Right now, the Padres are 19th in runs scored. They're 18th in batting average. And those are two of the better stats. They're 23rd in on base. They're 23rd in slug. They're 24th in OPS. They're 28th in home runs. They're 24th in walks. Their leadoff hitters are hitting .222. That is 21st. Their number one hitter in the lineup is hitting .191. That's 26th best. Scoring position, they're 16th best.
It's not great.
So pinch hitting. Padres have one pinch hit this year.
Bryce Johnson, right?
I think so. They're better, though, than the Mariners, who are 0 for 20. The Mariners don't have any. So I tried to figure – I looked at all the stuff today because I know the pitching is what it is. It's third or fourth best in ERA and et cetera, the bullpen. But what is it that's allowing him to win these games? I finally found the answer. It took me a while. From the 7th inning on, the Padres bat .255. That's fourth best in all of baseball.
There you go.
And in late/close situations, which I think baseball defines as last 3 innings within a run or two, they're third best with a .310 average, and they're third best with a .925 OPS. So the Padres' timing has been really good so far. That's what's saving them.
It is.
The rest of the time, they're quite frankly terrible, if you ask me.
Yeah, the late and close is the batting team has the potential to tie the game after beyond the 7th inning.
Right.
So,
by the way, we had that Craig Stammen clip. I want to remind everybody that earlier this morning, the manager, Craig Stammen, did join Ben and Woods for the management report presented by SDCCU. It's not big bank banking. It's better. So they had their Friar Friday on Wednesday as well.
Yes.
And we had
Friar
our
Wednesday.
Friar Wednesday this week.
Honestly, I feel like I'm heading into the weekend because the only time we ever talk to players is on a Friday. But
yeah, well, let's just call it a weekend.
Okay.
Tomorrow they'll play at 12 o'clock?
12:10, I believe.
All right. So they'll get done about 3:30 our time, maybe 4 o'clock our time. I wanted to see, how far does it take to get to Mexico City?
Oh,
not bad.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
3.5 hours.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
So they'll be down there Thursday night. And, I think we're going to have Tony full bore Friday.
Yes.
From Mexico City. So we'll get the latest before the Padres play on Saturday and Sunday.
I like these games because I think they're cool for me that they're playing in Mexico City, but it seems like a lot to ask to send 2 teams down to Mexico City for 2 days.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I know, basketball, I think it's different. Every year with the women's team, we go to, the Bahamas for 3 days.
That's like a fun thing.
That seems like a more fun trip. Yeah, even though those games count.
Yeah.
Just like these count.
Yeah.
It does seem different when you're in the middle of a season, going from Denver to Pittsburgh to Boston to San Diego. Oh, by the way, let's hop down to Mexico City
for a quick jaunt.
But I think, they do make a big deal out of it. I think the players embrace it, most of them anyway.
Yeah, I think so.
They're involved in, all kinds of goings on.
They do a lot of stuff down there.
So I think, what the hell. I mean, it could be where I thought the Korea trip was, that took a lot out of everybody. And I think people are still tired.
And Tony still is.
Yeah,
I think.
3 years ago from that Korea trip.
I definitely think, that was at the beginning of the year, but I definitely think it affected the players.
That's got to take a while to overcome that one.
Yeah. It's just, how are you willing to grow your game? Yes. Okay. Then you got to go to Mexico City.
Yeah. Juan Soto's first at bat tonight, a sharp ground out, but it did move the runner to third. And the Mets have plated that run to take an early 1-0 lead as they try to snap their 12-game win streak or 12-game losing streak. Yankees got a 3-run homer from Ahmed Rosario in the first. They're leading Boston 4-0. Atlanta, Washington 4-4 in the third. Milwaukee 1-0 over Detroit. NBA playoff, Detroit 18, Orlando 15, first quarter.
Wow.
Orlando's trying to become, I think, only the 7th team in the long history of NBA playoffs to win a series as an 8 seed over a 1 seed. And they did win the first game.
I know who one of those 8 over 1 was.
Warriors
over
Dallas.
Dallas.
That might be the most famous one. That might be the most famous one because Dallas was incredible that year.
Yeah.
And the Warriors just for 2 weeks did not miss a shot.
They had Andre Kirilenko.
How about Baron Davis was throwing them in from half court?
Dizzle, you kidding me? Monte Ellis, Steven Jackson.
They couldn't miss. I know the Bulls lost as a 1 seed to the Sixers one year, but that was because Derrick Rose got hurt.
Does kind of take the wind out of your
That
sails.
hurt, and the Bulls have not really been the same since then, I hate to say.
Since Derrick Rose got hurt?
Yeah, it's been that long. And, Billy Donovan, before he walked out on the team smartly, coached for 6 years and only made 1 playoff. So Not
He
like
saw
had
the
a lot
writing on
of
the wall.
success.
He saw the writing on the wall.
All right, Mr. Sammy Levitt is breaking down the door again to get in
It's
here
amazing
for the pregame.
how they just look in here and stare, waiting for us to hit the button.
Sam, we're not gonna
take your time, Sam.
Yes, and you, who really has that much to say?
Sam.
Do you think he'll say this?
What?
There's now been 2,475 games played all time at Coors Field. Last night was the 12th 1-0.
I don't think he'll say the actual amount of games. But
You
I
think he'll say the 12th 1-0?
Yeah.
All
Oh,
right.
here he is again.
Well, you'll all
Jeez.
find out. He's coming up. We're back after the game tomorrow. Enjoy Padre Baseball, 97.3 The Fan.